through the night. What a thrill. I'm searching and I'll melt into you. What a fear in my heart, but you're so supreme. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. Someday you go through the rain, and someday you'll feed on a tree frog. It's ordeal, the trial to survive for the day we see new light. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. I'm still in a dream, snake eater.
Hi, everybody. It is 2024. And as you know, with any new year with Three Black Geeks, we like to start off with a bang. Or in this case, start off with a nuclear blast. Pretty much
Davy
that.
Crockett, if you will.
A Davy Crockett, if you will.
Look,
Just went to the forest of Russia. And usually we'll say, Russia does Russian things. Not this time.
nah, Davy Crockett. The Davy Crockett that happened was we're coming off of Metal Gear Solid 2, so naturally speculation on the interwebs, the message boards was like, what's the third Metal Gear going to be?
Do you remember the preview where they showed Raiden and he like took off his mask and it was Snake and he was like, oh, Snake.
Yeah, the logic was like, is it going to be like, Raiden going after Olga's, daughter? Was that going to be the next Metal Gear?
Nah, that would have made too much sense for Mr. Kojima.
Kojima was like, nah, we're going back to the beginning. We're going back to the Cold War.
You gotta
and
go
I'm
back
like,
because I got a whole because y'all niggas don't understand. I got a whole plot line for this. All right. First off, you go back. You actually big boss. Second of all, 1960s. You know what that means.
Technically, hold up. There's a couple of technicalities. Number one, you go as Jack. You're not even Big Boss yet.
Yeah, he's a naked snake.
You're just a naked white man.
If anything, no, you are pretty much considered the rookie of this.
So basically,
wait, Chris, you bring in a rookie. And number two, this was right after Kennedy's assassination.
Yeah, so what you have is a situation of Naked Snake is a rookie that has been taught CQC. This was the start of the series where Kojima, as he does with previous Metal Gears, when he does motion capturing, he introduced a new element, and that was CQC, which I honestly did not know that was a real thing until I saw the behind the scenes, and I was like, "Oh shit, CQC is a real wow." Okay, damn.
CQC is pretty much military jujitsu. That's the best way of saying it. It's close quarters combat, and it was actually I hate using the term revolutionary when it comes to certain things in video games, but for the sake of the gameplay of this game, it was kind of cool for punch kick, but at the same time we use the analog stick. You can grab somebody, you can push them down, you can pick them up this way, you can turn them around the other way,
You can disarm their weapons.
you can disarm their weapons. It was excellent. Niggas like D kind of sucked at it.
But
So
if
when
you-
I actually tried to fight the boss that
what-
way, all she did was do a tilt. All she did was a tilt-the-world backbreaker in my ass.
Real quick,
So
D.
yeah,
Hey D, real quick. See the way I like how you described it. You said military jujitsu, right? Or in the words of Vulcan or anyone else who got fucked up by it, the hell was that? Some kind of judo?
what kind of judo move is this? Now here's the funny thing about judo. Despite Americans being very American and not wanting nothing from any other country, judo was the real deal, and everybody knew that judo was kind of the real
Steven
deal.
Seagal tried to be the guy at the forefront of it, and
But here's the no. Steven Seagal did Aikido, which is worse because Aikido, if you practice it in real life, doesn't do nothing. It requires the other person to go, you know what I'm saying? It requires that,
Yeah.
okay? With this one, with close quarters combat, it's a combination of military, what you call close quarters combat from the U.S. military, and it's also a combination of Sambo.
yeah, something like that.
From Russian Sambo, a little bit. You can
Yes,
tell.
Russian Zambo. Think Dragunov from Tekken.
Yeah, it's a lot of hip swinging, into this and all the rest of that. So, yeah, it was different. And I like I said, I hate to use the term revolutionary when it comes to gameplay like this, but the whole game as a whole was stepping up from what it was before. Because remember, first two games, Chris, there was a radar in the corner to tell you where people were at, all the rest of it. And I remember one of the things they said one of the trailers they had was there's nowhere for Snake to hide, meaning that there was no radar up there.
And the big thing for this game was the camo meter, where you have a percentage up front. So throughout the game in different scenarios, because you're basically in the mountains of Russia and stuff, in the woods and mountains of Russia.
I would say jungle. See, here's the
jungles and mountains.
They say jungle.
It's the jungle.
They say jungle, but it's more so the forest and the swamps. There's no jungle. It's a swamp more than anything else.
So essentially, you get a percentage. So
I need y'all to understand just how big of a freaking PlayStation 2 map this is.
Yeah,
A part of it, you're in a freaking jungle.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you are. Like,
No, people, these said that there's no jungle. No, nigga, you are in the jungle.
No. What I mean by that is that there are no jungles in Russia, but there kind of is. It's more of a swamp.
Sir, when you have a
I saw no monkeys, and I ain't seen no elephants.
Stop. When you have a coral snake, a reticulated python, a cobra, a giant anaconda, a tree frog,
alligators.
Crocodiles. They were technically crocodiles. These were crocodiles.
That sounds like a swamp to D. That sounds like a swamp to D. It sounds like the Everglades. It sounds like the Everglades. Hold on, Eris. And to go with your thing. D, what is the Everglades? The jungle.
Exactly.
The Florida Everglades. Look, everybody says, oh, it's a swamp. No, it's not.
That's a freaking jungle.
It's a jungle. It's just a lot. It's a part of the Amazon that traveled up north, okay? That's what it is.
Let's also not forget when you're in the cave, vampire bats.
Okay, look, vampire bats exist pretty much everywhere. So don't let that fool y'all that. But look, it's the jungle. It's the fucking jungle.
So you have this percentage up on your map, right? Because number one, as Dee said, you have no radar. You can use a radar, but it's loud. So it's like an OG radar. It's boom, boom, and it can actually, and it uses battery.
Detector.
It uses battery.
Yeah, it does use battery.
It uses battery, but fun fact: when I played through the game the first time, never touched it. So which you really don't use the radar in the game. There's zero reason to use the radar. It's just there for prosperity for somebody to say, "Oh, I got a radar."
And we'll get to it. There is a reason why you use the radar. D didn't have to in that instance, but you do have to use the radar once in this game, and it does kind of help you. And that's with the end. But like I said, we'll get to
who
that.
uses radars at the end.
I would also like to point out, gentlemen, One of the things I would say probably one of my favorite weapons to use in this game when you really just want to cheese and just be an asshole. The Sig spray.
Oh yeah,
Stick spray. What's
yeah,
that?
the six.
You never used the cigar, bro. The
yeah, it
cigar
knocks out the
spray and the
enemies.
handkerchief. You want to let's say
They were close quarters weapons. That's why I never
They were-
used them.
they were close quarters weapons, but guess what? If you ran up on somebody, you can run up on somebody, just blow the smoke, then it knocks them
If
out.
you're speed running through the game, especially if you're doing the European extreme, they use that shit.
Yeah,
They
I
use
did it myself. I beat the game in just a hair under 2 hours.
Yeah.
My way of doing it, and it was the fastest way of me beating it. I can't. I'll be honest with you. I'm not gonna give y'all a number like, oh, I beat it in 3 hours or whatever. But the quickest I beat it was actually on easiest when you had the easy gun. The easy gun
Yeah,
is
easy
the
gun was fun.
easy gun. I don't give a fuck what anybody say. Oh, yeah, fuck you. It is fun. Just pew, 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 pew.
You
It's
get
a one hit a quitter. It is just so satisfying.
So you
man.
get a percentage on your camo depending on where you're at, and if you beat the bosses with non-lethal mode, you get their camo for their respective bosses. So like the end, you get his camo, which kind of gives you like 100% camo essentially. I think the sorrow. I think
No.
it was one of them gives you 100%. One of them.
It's not necessarily like 100%. One of the bad guys, the Cobra unit. One of them will completely silence your footsteps.
Yeah, the end. It's the
yeah.
end. Yeah, the ends is
Yeah.
the end is the one that silent footsteps uses.
Another one, if I'm not mistaken.
The fear is to do something with food, didn't it?
Yeah, I think
your
like when
stamina meter
your
stays
stamina
full.
meter stays
Stamina or something
up.
like that, yeah.
Somebody else has one where
B man, the fear.
like, man. No, Chris, hold up, because we just did the review. The beekeeper,
The beekeeper.
Beekeeper.
the pain. All right, the pain.
Pain. My man got bit by bees and said, "Hey."
Eris. Or look, you know what? We'll get to the voice actors when we get to it. Never mind. Go ahead, but anyway. But yeah,
Pain got bit
what was
by
the
bees.
Sorrows though? Now I had the Sorrows. Uniform. I forgot what it was though. I forgot. Was that the one where it's like not bringing back something to life? It was disease. No, it wasn't disease. What the fuck am I thinking of? Then I don't know. I forgot what it was though, man. But I remember like all of these had different ones. Not only Chris, did you talk about camo? With what coincided with it was your face paint. Now, as we see, yes, you can walk around blackface and no one can say anything about it.
Real quick.
I use
found
Woodland
it.
a lot.
I use black and
real-
woodland. Those are my favorite ones, man.
Real quick, D, I found it. So, all right. So the Pain's camo basically it wards off hornets, spiders, leeches, and it also makes the wearer to tame hornets.
Okay.
And special
Sure.
effect is
I
basically
feel like I should have taken
prevents-
advantage of that.
it prevents spiders and leeches from attacking you. It also causes hornets shot down from nests to follow you and attack guards. The fear.
I feel
it
like
increase-
I didn't take
it-
advantage of this shit.
The fear it increases your camo index greatly in all areas at the cost of stamina. The end allows you to heal while you're in sunlight and has some of the highest camo indexes in grassy areas. The Fury, his basically it cuts damage taken from fire and explosions by 50%.
Lame,
And-
just like his ass.
And the sorrow, and of course the sorrow. His was it makes your footsteps silent and allows you to regain stamina while choking out an enemy.
Okay. So you had this happen.
Imagine that. Yeah, nigga. Yeah, you understand. I'm getting stronger right now.
So basically, in a nutshell, to get long story short, Snake's mentor, the boss, is a woman.
Voyavoda.
Voyaloda.
Voya.
Basically, she was deep cover for the U.S. to basically observe the Russians, and Volgin, in his infinite wisdom, went renegade and decides to, all right, I'm going to set up the U.S. as bombing this Russian facility using
I don't think it
their...
was that simple. I don't think
It wasn't that simple.
It wasn't that simple. It was more of I need something to shoot. Pfft, it's America, nigga. That's what they gonna say. Then.
Hey, this is their mini Luke, and I got some American helicopters over here.
On the surface, gentlemen, on the surface, you're supposed to go in. It's supposed to be a snatch and grab,
Yeah.
where you're supposed to run in and grab Sokolov, who is behind the Iron Curtain. Now, of
And
course,
Shackleton.
and of course, Major. No, technically, you were supposed to find out. Originally, it was supposed to be you're supposed to rescue him, and then I think they're going to try to figure out what to do about the Shackleton later.
Yeah.
That's what that mission was at
The
first.
operation was
Like the virtuous mission.
virtuous mission.
Now you're supposed to just snatch and grab him, and
I would like to add.
and-
I'm sorry. I'd like to add one thing here. Sokolov was actually rescued about a year or so earlier by Major Zero, which is
Mhm.
your commander for this.
I was just going to mention that.
Yeah.
Who's the guy that's like this? in Metal Gear Solid
Shut
4?
up, Chris.
No, you mean the guy that's like this?
I need both of y'all to stop. I need both of y'all to stop it right now. I need both of y'all to stop.
Mr. Zero. So 9/11 just happened. So can we go ahead and do it? He didn't say no, guys. Let's go. Hit enter on the Patriot. Hit enter on the Patriot's computer so we can start this.
That nigga was
You mean-
Jericho.
I'm back in the errors. I'm
No,
back, like I said
no.
again.
They stop it. First of all, that would be semicolon / run run underscore program.
Jericho
Oh my
from
God.
fucking Real Adventures of Johnny Quest out here and shit.
Like I said, I love the
They
fact.
operate off of DOS, sir.
I love the fact that Dave Chappelle said, I came here for trench. That killed me. Because you know, one of the people say that, I ain't come here for this shit, nigga. We gonna
Bro.
talk about the trench.
But my man sat
No, but
there.
But
Oh,
I
go ahead.
wanted, but what I was saying was, I remember you're supposed to deliver the message, which is sorry that it took me so long to come get you. Now, everything was going on according to plan.
What does that mean? It means he's a man of his word.
Now, everything was going on according to plan, right? Until you get to that bridge. And this is when you run into the boss, who, by the way, if you ever tried to call her, on Kodak, notice she does not answer you.
No, she does not.
And then, and then to make matters worse, Major Tom in the Virtuous Mission, we all know is Major Zero, when he says, for some reason, we lost contact with the boss. Maybe it was interference, or maybe she just happens to be out of range. Hopefully we can run into her. Well, Snake definitely runs into her.
Breaks his arm.
Gets his arm broken.
I like how he did it because
and he gets like arm broken and yeeted over the freaking bridge.
Yeah,
No.
that's the thing.
Hold up. Y'all not setting it up right. Because what we got was what I like to call anime introducing people. Because what happened was not only did you get her,
followed by watching Mojo's top 10 anime betrayals. But
Because-
continue.
shut the fuck up. I like how everybody still mentions Watch Mojo in present day. That place needs to go down, and it won't go down.
Burn.
But
That is the greatest category that ever exists.
It's the most unnecessary ass intro to a fucking squad of badasses.
this is what
Question mark on
happened. First off, they on the bridge, right? Like I said, the whole little interaction between them. Next thing you know, it starts raining, and and shit. And you just see this big Russian nigga, Kuwabara. And the first time I heard that was, huh?
Yeah, basically.
Didn't know.
Go ahead.
Didn't know that saying Kuwabara was a way to ward off the rain.
The ward off, what was it, like evil rain spirits and stuff.
From
So
this
I gotta
nigga.
Who only appeared? Well, no, I take that back. Sorrow does not appear only when it rains. He appears at the most random opportunity times, and only Snake can see him.
Yeah, the
I
backstory.
don't think he can. Look. Okay,
Oh,
I do believe Snake can see him.
It's a fourth wall thing.
Yeah,
Like,
It is a
player can see him.
But I think Snake can see him, and I think it's more on the level of like, I'm not going to question.
I can remember like when they did
follow the spirits in this.
because
one.
like when you think about Metal Gear Solid, right? Like obviously the first two games there was a lot of wild shit going down, right? So like I remember when they said Metal Gear Solid 3 we're gonna get the Cobra unit, I was expecting a semi-grounded group of people that obviously got some crazy stuff, but I didn't expect this shit. The Sorrow is a spiritual medium. He's a guy who got killed by the boss, which there's a backstory in the fact of the game the game series does away with this plot hole that apparently like Ocelot could have been the Sorrow and the boss's kid. And there was a rumor that could have been it, but then they kind of just ignore it because it kind of explains how Ocelot was doing that whole controlling his arm to make it.
Okay,
but all of that got explained.
That's one of those things where you can
for
tell
retconned it like a motherfucker, but yeah,
that's what I'm saying. You can tell that Hideo had no one checking him on that one. So when it came out, we was like, I mean, yeah, nigga, but
okay, the best way I can sum up the Sorrow is like this. The Sorrow, first of all, he had his powers as a medium when he was alive. And what he did was he would talk to ghosts. In fact, he would get some intel by talking to dead soldiers.
Yeah. And the boss had to be the one to put him down.
Okay. All right. Sorrow. I think a lot of that's bullshit.
And I'm pretty sure
like disabandon that shit. We're ready to march out there. Wait a minute. We want to let this tall Russian guy out there speak with the spirits. Then he's going to tell us what we can do after that.
And guess what? He don't miss.
Hey, look, the success rate is a success rate. That's all I can say. But I love it because not only do you see like I like I say, it's like it goes from raining. Next thing you know, you see a helicopter, and these niggas are just hanging out.
Bro, the fear is literally not the fear was hanging upside down like a spider because he can actually kind of mess around with his limbs and kind of like pop it out and shit.
Thank you.
No. Wait, I got you. No, see, this is how it happened. First of all, in the midst of all this badass intro, we got probably the greatest team up that I wish that they had did. If this game got released on PS3, we probably would have got team ups of boss characters. The pain brings down the fear covered in freaking hornets, who disperses the hornets, snatches up Sokolov, and snatches him away.
And the end is sitting there with his eyes bugged out and shit. Like
hold up.
100-plus-year-old guy.
Wait. Those are just regular in the middle of the air bees flying around. What was he holding on?
Dreams, hopes.
It's the power of the hornets, sir. It's the power of hornets. You know,
hey, Eris.
He's doing all of this.
Eris.
Yes,
Eris.
sir.
Chill. Get on, bro.
That didn't answer a single question.
Sir, do not get mad at me. Get mad at Mr. Hideo Kojima.
Also, Naked Snake in the midst of all this.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
No. Naked Snake in the midst of all this is playing a Vegeta. What's going on here? Boss, how could you? Hold on. The best part about like I said, you see the fly now, Chris. You just mentioned the end, right? So Eris, I get to go first joke. You have the second joke. When she's still sucking after you're done. Your turn, Eris.
Okay. When you realize, no, go.
God damn it! Who did that?
That was not me. That
Chris,
was not me.
Go home. We're trying to do a
home.
bit here. We're doing a bit here, and you're making it unserious.
Go back to the end. Go back to the end, please.
Oh, yeah.
For the end, in this case, when you realize you slept through January 6th.
Two tsunami.
That's a good one.
Also, the Fury in the helicopter thinking he was all that. I swear, if there was any more useless bosses, this
Man, you want to
motherfucker
talk
has
about?
a whole
You-
spacesuit on and was like, "Yo, I got a rocket on
Hey,
my
yo,
back.
Man is a
check
You
out.
can't touch
cosmonaut.
me."
Leave him alone. He's
No,
a
this
cosmonaut.
no, he's John Sally on the Bulls in 1997. He ain't doing nothing.
First of all,
He's a
sir.
body.
First of all, I do love the fact that he knew his place. He sat on that chopper in his chair.
What else is he gonna do? What else is he gonna do?
talk.
Hover? Ha ha! I'm
No,
a Johnny
no.
Quest villain.
First of all, hold on. First of all, that would have gave him bonus points. I'd have given him bonus points if he was actually hovering and flying
hovering
around.
and shit.
If he
just
was actually
floating
flying,
around, being spooky.
if he was flying around, as his introduction along with the rest of the crew, I'd have been fine with it. But no, this man just hanging out in the cut. He's sitting out, sitting in the back of the chopper, like, yeah, I'm just chilling. I'm just waiting until we get back to base.
I'm sorry, Fury.
Can't wait till we get back. I'm
Like,
trying to
all
get back
the
to Moscow. I got a
bosses,
girlfriend
like-
over there, man. I only came out because the boss told me to come
'Cause here's
out
the
here.
thing.
I say yes to her.
All the bosses have gimmicks. You're like, oh man, they got some, like, the fear. He's like a spider. He can can locate his arms and legs and do crazy shit. The end is an old man that is a silent assassin.
We got one
The
that
pain.
the pain
bees.
who's a literal
Alright.
the pain who's a hornet keeper.
He's a hornet keeper.
we-
The boss who is the boss.
The boss.
Vulcan. Vulcan has electricity.
We're not going to explain
When
how
she-
he got electrical powers like he's
Hold
fucking
on.
Storm, but he got him.
Hang on,
Got
the
him.
boss. She wasn't just part when she was with the Cobra unit. She wasn't known as the boss. She was known as the Joy.
Yeah,
The joy. Now I love the little weird kind, not subtext, but I do love how you get everybody. He was like, so what was boss's name? Was she just the boss? Like, yo, what type of egotistical heifer is this shit?
I mean,
And then you learn later on her nickname was the Joy, and it's like that makes a little bit of sense.
The sorrow is a medium. Okay, you need
But
that.
that being said, though, if she's the Joy, she
AKA
actually has all the.
codes.
But
Yeah.
if she's the Joy and she has all the joy in battle, wouldn't that make her a psychopath? Because that sounds like a psychopath to me. Anybody that enjoys killing, enjoys being a soldier, probably, is
Then-
Frank Castle, and they deserve to be out there. That's all I'm saying.
I think the Joy is. I think she's kind of like the Spartan. She enjoys an honorable battle.
All I'm
I
saying
get
is,
you. I
all I'm
get you.
saying,
I
this
will give you
man
that.
this man here was like, I'm doing it big. Look at this shit. And
I got
here's-
a rocket pack. I got a flamethrower. I'm insane.
Who's gonna kill me? Ah, shit! Lethal Weapon 4. Fucking shoot me in the back. I blow up.
All right. So anyway,
I'm
Alright,
mad.
cool.
I'm mad that never worked. You can have a sniper rifle. You can have an AK. You can aim directly at that freaking tank. It does not blow up.
so
Too
this is what-
easy.
So after all that happens, finally, she's like, "You can't come with me, Snake." And hold up, stop. Before we even get into that, when Major says, "Oh yeah, by the way, we have somebody else on here. You might be familiar with her. Hello, Snake. Boss,
Boss,
it's you.
like, what are you
Yes,
doing
Snake.
here?
It's been a while, hasn't it?" It was like this. It was like, when you listen to it. Now, here's the thing. I have ignored this for about 20 years. I have to finally say something. Did you two fuck?
Yeah.
Like, here's the thing. And I get there's a deep relationship here. Yes. You can have deep relationships without it being sexual. Chris. We can have deep relationships without it being sexual. Okay, a
Inappropriate
little bit
relations
of Chris.
happen.
But still.
Inappropriate relations happen.
And
No, I'll say
stuff
this.
like-
No. I can say it better. Something happened. They acknowledged that it happened and never spoke of it again.
No. Something happened. They acknowledge it's happened. So we ain't gonna do it again.
No,
Jack.
Jack. No, Jack.
So you just going so when we went to dinner, that didn't mean nothing for you, right? you know he went through months of that.
We
I
had
was just, I'm just trying to, like
we had a banana split in the local like like when we had that banana split in the local
Stop.
drugs. When we had that banana split in the local drugstore, that didn't mean anything.
That's a good one, Chris. Local drugstore. I like that.
Yeah, it fits the time period.
Let's pick the time period.
The
Let's
local
like
general store.
No, it's drugstore.
Woolworth.
See,
No, Woolworth.
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 Woolworths.
Hey, look,
Before they
like
look,
boss.
yes, at the
Like,
same
boss,
time,
how
they're
you-
picking out black
like-
folk. Yes, that one.
like boss, how can you walk away like this? We were going to split we were going to split.
Also,
No. We were going to split a war bond.
Harris. Look, Harris.
See, Chris got it.
war bonds. God damn.
No, I'm with you, Harris. Harris, you don't understand this. I thought we were going to split polio with each other. I don't
Boil
get
our
this.
food. Boil some chicken.
I thought we was going to go out and yell at the minorities together.
Put it like this: if the two of them did do anything, especially at this point in time, it would be kind of a fruitless effort because neither one can never, the dynamics of them two doing anything would not result in any children.
Of course not. And not even look. I'm not even going to even
Number
result
one.
it to children.
Number
I'm not even
one.
going to take it to children.
No.
You know what I mean?
Hang on. I'm saying it would never result in her getting pregnant because number one, first of all, Jack, he was Godzilla because on Bikini Atoll he was exposed to the nuclear testing, as was the boss who had deleted. She got the Izumi Curtis from Full Metal Alchemist. All that inside was just
okay. All right.
yeeted,
So
gone.
all this gone. By the way, if she wanted to get the baby out, the scar wouldn't have to go above her titty. Hideo, I ain't stupid.
We know
Hang
why.
on.
I know what you like.
I have no.
Okay.
Before you guys try to pass judgment, I have an explanation
Who
for
are we
that.
to pass judgment?
I will. But go ahead.
CD would, but I have.
I actually will.
I have
Come
an.
on. Hey, look. We got here. Three black geeks got here for a few things. Number one, Chris.
If that ain't the truth, Vulcan is that nigga you leave at home. But no, go ahead, D. I'm sorry.
Cool, bomber. All right, Vulcan. You had too much to drink. Get the hell out of here.
What are you talking about? I'm Russian and I'm speaking Japanese. Yeah, and this is what we talking about, Vulcan. This is exactly what we're talking about.
Grabbing random dudes' dicks. Not cool, buddy.
Like you
Not
can't
cool,
be doing
buddy.
that shit,
Not cool,
bro.
buddy.
Look. You gotta think about it. Vulcan, a rich kid too, so the word "no" doesn't compute up here for him at all. So but Harris, but for real talk.
No, but
if there's anything that did happen between Snake and her happened years ago, and I think it was something that was probably special.
it was
Whatever it probably was special. And I'm not saying that they had to have sex because they're a man and woman. It's just that the way that whole scene was written, did you two fuck? You know what I mean? That's the way it sounds, yeah. But there is a deep relationship because real talk, and more than anything else, when I was rewatching this whole thing, me and Angie tripped up with something with her. She's a cult leader. If you listen to the way the boss talk, she's a cult leader.
But if you think about it,
wonder why Snake is like, you just left me.
but if you think about it, it's a situation of somebody that's so deep into their job, it puts them in that position to be that way.
Now, hang on. Since you put up that picture again, D.
The boss?
Yeah, the boss.
This rapist.
Stop it. First of all,
he is not a rapist.
He is not. Okay?
He at least asked Tatiana.
First of all, he is.
Open your mouth. At least he asked.
First of
he asked.
Well, Vulcan is none of that, sir. He is just simply a sadist. He likes to torture. Okay. Now, please, the picture of the boss. Now, going back to what you said about the scar does not need to go above her titty. I agree with you, but let me paint this picture.
Pachinko machine image of
I'm pretty sure it is.
Okay.
But let me paint this picture for you, D. See, this was not the boss's original design.
Oh, really?
It is not. Her original design was going to be something that would be similar to how Meryl looked in MGS1.
Yeah.
Except part of the top of her shirt would be totally open, and the boss would have an actual snake tattoo across her titty. And every time she uses the Patriot, her titty would jiggle, and it's supposed to make the snake look like it's laughing at you. I say that, and I say this to you, sir. Pick a battle.
Eris, you are right. You got me on that one because I know what happened. I know what happened now. Hideo was like, so how old do y'all think in the co-writer? Hey, Hideo, come over here. Yeah, what's up?
What's up, man?
Stop disrespecting women. No, I'm not. Why are you doing this?
I guarantee. No.
Because of this.
No.
Eris,
No.
The co-writer. You know how much money I owe to Yakuza?
No. What I would have said to Hideo would have been this. All right, Kojima, what movie did you watch last night?
Kojima when he did Quiet.
Boy,
You know, people still do
he
not.
had nobody to tell him no.
Yeah.
And Konami was like, God damn it, Hideo, I'm trying to count my money.
But
So
upside, upside,
the
the hypocrisy of women. I can't believe Kojima would do that as they cosplay as Quiet. In the same
that's the
outfit.
thing that killed me. Here's the thing.
Not saying they
No,
didn't have any
Eric,
right to have a grievance, but same time,
Chris,
hey,
you're
pick
right.
a lane, lady.
No, you're
Pick a
absolutely
lane.
right. The problem I always have with Hideo is just that. It's like, dude, we know it when you have a boner. You know what I mean? You just know it with Hideo.
Quiet was egregious as fuck.
That like Eris, I have no problem with Quiet as a character.
As a concept.
I think she's actually a great character. I like everything about her. The second she started playing in that rain, Hideo, this one was all for. Nah, she's breathing, guys. Hideo,
We see
Mr.
what you're doing.
Kojima-san, why? Like why?
You know, at least in Metal Gear Solid 4,
Oh
there was
man,
an excuse with
there
the
was
Beauty
no
and the Beast
restraint with that
Squad
either.
grabbing you, they kill you. Okay, fine. You want to have them look all sexy and fine, right? At least there was something there.
What about
Quiet?
hey,
It was like really water.
Hey Chris, it was egregious in 4 because it was so bad in 4 with motherfucker Naomi. Remember Naomi was giving a message and she got up and her boobs hit the motherfucking camera. It was like, Hideo, what was the point of that? What was the point of that? Hold on. Eris' favorite part, Mei Ling on the ground. Johnny, let me grab that ass. Who thinks like this?
No,
I know. Hideo Marshall Kojima thinks like this.
The fact that she dropped a pin in the middle of a briefing, and I'm like, first of all, Mei Ling, why do you have to be this bent over to get it?
You are in the
Never
Army.
mind. No. Fuck
Navy.
Johnny.
Navy.
No. Never mind Johnny. Okay. Never mind Johnny trying to cop a feel. No, I don't even care about that. It's Naomi. Why are you this bent over? All right. First of all, Naomi, why are you predating Twitch thirst trapping e-thought tactics?
Hey, yo, Brian. This is a real thing that Eris told me. DJ Tsu told me this when I was asking for answers with Quiet. He said, and I quote, Kojima he said, you laughing because you remember that. You had said the exact
Think about you know what's crazy? There is truth to that because think about it like this, right?
It's the truth. There's a bit of truth in that.
Remember, you guys gotta remember. You guys have to remember. This was originally supposed to be a PS3 game.
Yeah, because the thing about it is, and I've said this before, Kojima, to his credit, he's like one of like 6 companies out of Sony that was pushing the PlayStation to its limits. Everybody else was giving bullshit excuses, and Kojima was like,
I got
"What's your guys' excuse?"
Knack. it ain't gonna be ready to PS4, but I got a game, man. It's gonna push it.
Like, it was funny. Konami and Naughty Dog were looking at all the other developers like, hey, y'all gonna have to step y'all fucking game up because
Man, look how
we're
trees,
doing
look,
it.
Naughty Dog, look at the trees we made, nigga.
Oh, hey, I remember when I tried to one drop.
Uncharted
Motherfuckers went
one
from
looked pretty.
everybody was like, it's an okay game to okay, this is an actual beautiful game. But y'all were just trashing it like 2 weeks ago. Now all of a sudden, it's the
See,
most
first of
beautiful
all,
game ever.
first of all, Chris, everybody can't turned around and agreed when they realized that bullet physics actually work the way they're supposed to work. You headshot somebody, they actually go down.
So Kojima, when he did Metal Gear
Hold on,
Solid
real
3,
quick, Eric. I'm sorry to stop this, but as a person that's seen it recently, I gotta say it. What's wrong, Drake? Come on, my name's Sully. Let's get in the plane. I hate Mark Wahlberg as Sully was one of the worst things I've ever.
but
I get it, but I don't get it.
Blame Sony for that, because when Mark was supposed to be Nathan Drake 10 years ago, and when they finally called him up and said, "Yeah, we're doing the Uncharted movie." All right, so no. He really thought that he was gonna play Nathan Drake, and they said, "Yeah, we're Tom Holland's coming." Nigga, for what? They didn't say anything. He just went, "Oh, shit."
then
Okay.
Then they gave him the mustache at the end.
No. Disappointed in Boston.
Disappointed in Boston.
New England disappointment.
But nah, bro,
This is a Red Sox disappointment.
Don't know how to think about this. What? No, he didn't take my job. Nah. What's his name? Sully? I know a couple.
Like,
of Sullys.
he ended up playing Sully. I'm like, yeah, y'all waited.
Hey, guys,
I know a guy named Sully. He talks just like this.
Hey guys, you want a Wahlburger?
Want a Wahlburger? Come on, Tom. Let's go.
How about
Here's Tom.
Hey,
Why do you always...
how about a friends and family Jordan shoe?
People like this. Hey, look, Tom Holland like this. Why do you always sound like you out of breath? What are you talking about? I'm not out of breath. I'm just excited. Anyway,
Mark, you're out of breath. What? No.
What? No. Access me. Look, you can access McFarlane. I'm not out of breath. Hey, Seth, am I out of breath? He's out of breath. Nah, see, he's a funny guy.
Nah, Kojima, when he did 3, he really did push the PlayStation 2 to its limits.
Yes, he did.
I'm talking
the PlayStation. He did that for the PlayStation 2 and the PlayStation 3.
Mm-hmm.
He did it both times. You can argue he did it for wait a minute, 4 was on that was on 4. Never mind. But still, you can argue he kind of did it for 4. I don't think
4,
so.
I think he did.
No, he did. No, he definitely did it for 4.
Okay.
And he did it for 3. But when he did it for 3, here's the best part. Unlike future consoles after the PS2, you play Metal Gear 3 on PS2, your console does not sound like a freaking 747 about to take off. Did you notice that?
Yeah. I mean,
and the PS3 could get loud too, so that's why that's kind of impressive when you say that. Yeah.
And that's why I love Metal Gear 3 on PS2, because like, holy shit, you were able to push the boundaries, but at the same time, the PlayStation 2's technology and hardware was so great that it does not make your shit sound like a freaking jet engine.
That being also said though, that being said though, it also didn't burn up the PlayStation 2 like I knew some games did.
Here's the other thing.
You know what I mean.
Yes,
PlayStation 2 wouldn't make a lot of noise, but it will get fucking hot.
But that's the reason why that is still the highest and greatest selling game console of all time.
But here's the kicker too, though. It was like that and Final Fantasy 12. Final Fantasy 12 was another game because it was like their open world Final Fantasy and stuff, and that was like pushing the PlayStation 2 to its limits because you had all this open world maps and everything was populating at the same time and stuff. So it's like, and that was another game that to me it never overheated my PlayStation 2 when I played it. I was doing a lot of work.
I will also give the college football games their credit too, because they will hold a massive amount of information, like just all of this space in the motherfucker. PlayStation 2 was awesome. The PlayStation 2 was just awesome, bro. There's no way of getting around it. Let me just stop talking. The PS2 was the ish, man.
So
and I was thrown rocks. Rocks were thrown at me. Why do you got it? It just got Tekken Tag on it. Oh, and that's all. You know what I'm saying?
Well, real quick, if PlayStation 2, the crazy part about PlayStation 2, especially when you compare it, and to be fair, it's still true now when we're talking about Sony and Microsoft. It's like the PlayStation 2 was a monster when it came to fucking JRPGs. Like you throw a rock, you'll hit a JRPG that everybody fucking loved.
I personally think it crashed the JRPG, I really do.
I
I
mean,
think because there were so many for the
there was like
PS2,
50
it
JRPGs
kind of
a year.
collapsed it. Yeah, that's why it's still recovering to this day. That's why that genre is not where it was.
And also you had, after the Dreamcast died off, it was pretty much another landing spot for fighting games. So if you wanted a fighting game, you get a PlayStation 2, even though it was inferior to the Dreamcast.
Oh, it was super inferior. Let's not even go there.
So, you had, but it still had the fighting games, especially on the SNK side with King of Fighters and all that stuff. That was probably the only console. Well, I mean, that even when the Xbox had like the KOF with the NES Saga, everybody played it on PlayStation.
The original Xbox only had King of Fighters 2002 and 2003. That double pack. It wasn't even
Sony had that. So
Sony had both Orochi and NES Sagas.
Okay. Yeah. Barris got it right.
That was the thing. You had the JRPGs, you had the fighting games. Nobody was playing first-person shooters, even though Time Splitters is shit.
Nobody was SOCOM. I know SOCOM was a shit to a lot of people. Nobody was really playing that. Same thing with
playing SOCOM, but it wasn't touching Call of Duty.
Call of Duty. You see what I'm saying? Medal of Honor.
Gentlemen, it was Call of Duty 3, Medal of Honor, Black, and Killzone.
Yeah, Killzone 1 and 2 were on PlayStation 2.
Hey, shout out to Killzone for making 2 good Killzones and 9/11ing that whole thing.
No, they 9/11 on the 4th game. The first three
the first one wasn't that great, but it was something to build on. The second one was underrated. The third one was good, but I hate to say it.
It was Michael Bay. It was Michael Bay insanity.
Killzone 1 was only on PS2. 2 came out for the PS3.
Yeah, that's right.
But oh god, in the world of and we'll get back to Metal Gear on this, but in the world of the greatest okie dokes ever, like we get this freaking movie that was presented to us for Killzone 2. And we're thinking, holy shit, this is what the game is supposed to be. And they're like, yeah, this is gameplay footage. The game comes out. Woof.
I tell you who didn't do that.
Woof.
I tell you who didn't do that. Kojima, when we got this Metal Gear Solid revealed, it was like,
First of all, the way that they play.
Also, look, Eris, I agree with you. And then you get to the second board. This game is fucking challenging.
Oh yeah.
Show any of this in the trailer is what D's saying. I don't know why you didn't say none of this in the trailer. I was so pissed at that.
Since you brought it up, Chris, I definitely want to touch on when this game was first revealed. When Metal Gear 3 was first revealed at E3, I'll never forget it. It mostly just showed Snake walking through the swamp, and then you actually get to see him like actually eat a snake like out there in the field. And I'm thinking, so we actually get to do this. It's not just a simple bloop bloop done. Like we actually get to see him eat, or we actually get to see him eat the first time, right? Well, they actually ended up using that footage when they show, I think the very first time whenever you capture an animal, it actually shows what Snake looks like eating it.
Yeah. Snake can eat animals. He can eat mushrooms and all that stuff. Sometimes he can get food poisoning from it.
Yep.
Also, the other aspect of
the food too long.
I love it. If you don't play the game for a day, all of your food will spoil.
Another aspect of it was there were rations, but the big thing was it was survival. That was the big key thing. Was you're out in the woods, so you have to survive. So it's like
you know who my nigga was when it came to all the survival of the rations, Chris? Mm-hmm. Calorie Mate.
Yes,
that was the shit. Ooh.
So
it takes on real life, but
can I say that as someone who went to Japan and lived there, the very first time I came across the Calorie Mate, and they had like different flavors. I don't know. Do they don't sell Calorie Mate out here, do they?
I just saw it on Amazon Prime. That's why I seen it on.
Okay, but anyways, when I was out there, I actually got the maple flavor Calorie Mate, and I said, you know what? this is actually good. Snake wasn't bullshit, and this was actually good. You get the maple flavor, that shit's good. The chocolate flavor is okay.
Yeah.
But like the chocolate one was so, but the maple, oh, that's the shit.
Nah, but like the thing of it is, it's like you
Get a box of that with and bundle it together with some Rock Creek soda, nigga. Let's go.
But,
Hey,
but then
for
like
anybody never had it, think about Lord Dune if it was a little if it was just a little bit less sugar in it. That's kind of how it is.
so on top of that,
Lorna Doone with just a drop of maple syrup on it.
Just a little bit, not a lot. We got to put flavor in this because you're an American. You know nothing about
so on top of that, like
proper sugaring.
You can store animals. You can either store them alive or you can kill them.
Oh, did y'all use the animals to attack anybody? Only
Yes,
used it for the snake. Only used it for the snake. I ain't gonna do it for nobody.
I did the alligators to attack a soldier. That was about it.
Really?
Yeah.
You know that's why.
That can actually happen.
Only ate the crocodiles. I never did that with them, man.
But like you had animals that you could eat to beef up your stamina and all that stuff. But on top of that, if you got injured, you actually had to go through the process of a thing. So say for instance, if you got shot.
Actually, that takes us to no, Chris, that's a good example. That takes us to where we stopped in our story. After Snake getting thrown over the top rope and shit.
DOA 3, yay! Only thing missing was Boss just jumping down like
Yo, but we got down there. Paramedic was telling him how to, she's like,
this dude fucking Martin rigs his arm back into place like,
You just heard that. You just heard that click. Actually, it wasn't even click. It was more like a chunk, like clunk.
I mean, he technically just passed out in relief that his back end and stuff.
There was a person that we forgot to mention all the way back there when we was talking about Sokolov. You see, there was this young man. His name was Ocelot. I said it in one of our. I said it in the first Metal Gear review we did. Metal Gear 1, he was pretty cool. Metal Gear 2, he's over the top, but he's okay. Metal Gear 3, it's kind of cool because he's a young man. We are a game away from when Ocelot becomes the greatest anime villain of all time. But this one is fun because
he's kind of young. The nigga looked 42 to me. All right.
Woo! I hate to be. Look, it could be because the dude that does his voice, but he looks like every gay Republican I know. Shout out to Josh Keaton, who actually does great for him, man.
Go back to that picture, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, do you realize that he's a major?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, young.
As young as he is, dude is a major. I'm like, bro, did you join the military at age 5?
My dude has his own squadron where he meows to call them.
The Ocelot.
I told this now, Chris. We talked about this last time. I had to show my sons this scene. I was like, "How would you like this to be the last thing you see?" And they were like, and the look of my son was like, "What?" No, you see all the ocelots come out, right? So I was like, "Think about it, son. That's the last thing you see."
The last thing you see.
Nigga, what the hell you? You know what I mean? Like that's the last thing you hear.
Snake dismantles that whole Ocelot crew, and it is hilarious.
There is one part of that scene that I like because you see all the people that was protecting Sokolov, right? And Ocelot shoots all of them. And you see one guy that's hiding. He's like, ah! Ocelot looks, just tilts his head.
Like,
ping,
no.
ping, ping, ping.
What he notices, you notice that the gun is like this. Head tilt, gun goes this way. Pow! Bing, 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 pow!
I hate to kill my own comrades, but it has to be done. Now
He does the stupid thing by just flexing. This motherfucker takes the bullet out the chamber, grabs it, puts it back in, tries to shoot, jams up.
And Snake is looking at him like, I'm the rookie. Well, apparently you're the rook. And just CQCs his ass to the ground. Just
now
he had the nerve to tell. No, he had the nerve to tell him, well, if you're not the boss, then die. Click. It jammed up on him. This man got CQC'd, judo flipped, held down,
The
and everybody's like,
smile that came on Snake's face the second because you know Snake was looking at that bullet. All right, that motherfucker actually nails this
I'm
shit,
like,
and I know he ain't gonna nail it. Click good.
he said, "Wait, did I just see what I think I just saw? Did he really just do?" Okay, yeah. If he did what I think he did, oh, he's in for a big ass surprise if he pulls that trigger. So he pulled the trigger, click.
That's exactly.
This man CQC'd him, and then he starts using the freaking trank gun to take out the other ocelot. Excuse me, the other ocelot unit, and everybody's like, they're like, Major, what? Forget about me. Go after the other one. They're trying to chase down Solo.
So
Anyway,
now of course he does tell him, huh? You know, I see exactly what you were trying to do. But to have the gun jam and to test the theory that you only heard about isn't very smart. You were asking to have your gun jam on you. Not only that, the way that you twist your, you twist your elbow to absorb the recoil. That's definitely a revolver technique. A 45 definitely isn't for you. Snake dropping gems on this man.
you're pretty good, kid.
He said, but that was some very fancy shooting.
You probably saw in the movie.
Good. He just fell out.
No, but what gets me, so basically, Snake, after Vulcan nukes the facility,
Which, by the way, I like how nukes happen in this game, and they're nowhere close to the fallout. So you can.
Well,
just
isn't it because this is a mini nuke, so they can have
I can answer that. See, again, remember what we talked about before? Like last time we had a nuke conversation, Chris, I said, what was the yield? You know what I'm saying?
This was a mini.
This was it was a smaller nuke. There was definitely fallout. That place was definitely polluted. That's why no one would ever go near it.
Snake was far away from it, so it's like he saw the destruction, but it didn't hit where he was at.
Well, he just got hit by that wave.
Yeah, just a wave. So basically,
which is funny now because I heard from Neil deGrasse Tyson, even if you get hit by a wave, at least with the nukes now, if you get hit by a wave, oh, you're dead. Oh, not because of the fallout. No, it's because the rattling of the wind will kill you. I was like this. Thanks, Neil. I have to be 24 miles away to live.
No, but that's why those movies when they talk about
hide behind a brick wall.
Yo, man, Barefoot Geen lived through a nuke, and you mean to tell me?
No, but that's why, like when somebody said that the nuke hit DC, if you're down in Southern Maryland, you're safe, right? Because you're past that fallout. You're past that fallout barrier. Apparently, it's like basically Fredericksburg on down. You're safe. Past Fredericksburg, going into DC, you're fucked because that fallout from it is going to hit up toward.
Real talk. If a nuke hits DC, Maryland's no more. Maryland's not a state no more.
Sir.
There's gonna be niggas in Baltimore like, what the?
Baltimore would be fine. Actually.
No. It's pretty much Baltimore and Salisbury is good.
Yeah. Hey, Chris. Baltimore's never fine. Anyway,
Baltimore would be like, wow, I thought we were a shithole.
Actually, Baltimore would just be a slight improvement.
No,
no. It would have been like one of my favorite lines of Dumb and Dumber. I don't think they're gonna get the message.
Nah. It's this one. It's like you're walking through Laurel that's looking like Fallout 3 and shit, and all of a sudden you step foot in Baltimore.
Cross that bridge.
You cross that bridge to Baltimore, and you're like, I guess it did hit Baltimore because this shit.
Meanwhile, the residents of Baltimore come outside.
What the hell was that?
I'm sorry, Eric. You mean all the mutated people of Baltimore would have came out?
Finally!
Everyone looks like us. Anyway,
but yet they still don't talk like you.
Giant rats going through donuts, crazy. Phil's Point had giant rats.
We're gonna invade a giant bodega.
word's bomb, my nigga. Who still says word is bomb, my nigga? Anyway,
Omar
so-
can't say you now.
so
Operation Snake
hold on.
Eater.
So anyway, so basically what happened was we get a James Bond-esque opening Snake Eater, which
What a feel.
every girl I know that have seen this game and like it knows this song by heart, loves singing it. Do I love singing it? Not in front of y'all niggas, and y'all will not hear me singing now. But
The best James
we all
Bond music that isn't James Bond music.
yeah, I do question the lyrics, but at the same time, whatever. It's a video game. It's a video
Hideo
game.
Kojima loves movies.
That's what I'm saying. Like this is like I'm not gonna question the lyrics of the song because it's made by Japanese people, and Japanese and English don't English good, so it's okay. So anyway,
Operation Snake Eater.
Operation Snake Eater is afoot. He's going back into the jungles of Russia again to save everything. Now, there's a reason why all this is going down. Because you just can't set off a nuke in somebody's country and not know about it. See,
And Vulcan set that shit up.
and the
Two
person
things.
that the person that complained should be the person complaining, and that is Khrushchev. Now here's a real quick backstory on Khrushchev. It's not really with the game, but it does kind of give to it. See, Khrushchev at this point in the game has already gotten pressure from his countrymen because of the whole Cuban Missile Crisis. They kind of let JFK live, and on top of that, his time taking over after Stalin isn't the best thing in the world, because when he first took over, this is what he told the Russian people. Everybody in Russia, everything will be good. But let's just be honest. Stalin kind of sucked. And everybody was like, oh my God. He was like, why are y'all gasping? But second of all, Eris, and one more thing with that. He wanted the Russian people to be happy. That is what Khrushchev wanted. He wanted the Russian people to be happy. But this is what he did. CJ, I love you. You do good things with the Marvel movies. But you know what you don't do? The DC movies. You are banned from Russia. He'll go over to Chris. Go over to Eris. DJ Sue. I love your music. The I love it. I love it. I love it. But your name, DJ Tsunami, sounds a bit Japanese. You get banned. He pretty much banned everything that he didn't like.
Oh, so he was Dark Side Phil.
Yeah,
Anyway,
pretty much. You like all that happened. And on top of that, he said, don't worry, Russia and everybody else in the Eastern Bloc, you will get your freedom. You will get your freedom and we will listen to you. You know what he did? There was an uprising in Hungary, got brutally suppressed. There was an uprising in Ukraine, brutally suppressed. There was an uprising in Belarus, brutally suppressed. There was an uprising in the middle of Russia, brutally suppressed. He sucked ass, and he knew he sucked ass, and that's why he was calling your boy Lyndon Johnson like, "Hey, yo, nigga, what the fuck?"
Two things, sir. Two things. Now, everything you just said, D, yes, very true. Now, from what you had said earlier, from what Chris had said earlier, you do not just drop a bomb, like drop a nuke in Russia, and when we just move on, everybody, no, we're not doing that, right?
No.
First of all, Khrushchev gets on the phone, and like something out of a Scorsese film, Johnson gets the call. President Johnson. Yes, what can I do for you? Is there any reason why that we spotted an American military aircraft invade? It was completely out of our airspace. Not to mention that an American nuclear device was set off in Groznygrad. Well, to be honest with you, we had nothing to do with that.
I like how your boy I like how your boy Lyndon Johnson. Yeah, I should have contacted you about this about a week ago. You see, like, yo, Johnson,
and hold on. Now, the Davy Crockett, I understand that is definitely one of our weapons, although we never really deployed it in battle due to its trajectory and guidance systems. It really wasn't that good.
You could take the guided system and guide it up your ass. What is it doing in my backyard?
So my man said is I do believe that those those were a gift from the boss. Apparently, she wanted to she a welcoming present for her new host. So you are telling me that the boss took two nuclear devices, like two nuclear bombs, and given to them as a gift.
You Russians love your gifts. Yeah.
And you are telling me that you were not involved in any way whatsoever.
Hold
No.
on. No, this is Dylan Johnson. Hey, y'all, he asking, what should I say? No, we had nothing to do with I know American politics. He definitely knew everything that was going on.
And then of course when he says, no, we were not involved in any way whatsoever. Then what was an American military aircraft doing in our airspace?
Sir,
it is a complete violation of our
This is giving Three Kings. You blow a big bomb in my country, man. Big fucking bombs.
But he said that he was like, it was a clear violation of our airspace.
Yo.
And now you're telling me that you had nothing to do with this.
And the most stroke of genius American shit ever. What do us as Americans and the government do best? Throw motherfuckers under the bus. They looked at the boss and was like, sorry, boss.
So what you want me to do, bro? So what, you want the boss, nigga?
See, hold on.
I can give you the boss.
But it got better. It got better, gentlemen. First of all, you got to think. First of all, I love Johnson for just being as calm as a freaking cucumber that entire phone call.
No choice. Yeah, no choice.
No, because he knew that. All right, look.
My bad. I fucked up.
No. He still did not say we fucked up. He refused to say that because
internally he was thinking that.
No, internally, I'm pretty sure he was still thinking, no, we really had nothing to do with this. I did not sign off on anything. This is news to me. Now, I will say this. What do you propose that I do? Well, I suggest that you do something about the boss. Really? Mm-hmm. Okay. And while you're at it, why don't you do something about Vulcan as well?
Why?
You said do something. No, hold on. Do something about Vulcan as well. Do something about Vulcan is what you're saying?
The man
yes. Do something about Vulcan.
All right. I mean, if this is our way to prove America's innocence, fine.
One man has to kill
I got a question.
People.
Here's the thing. So all of this is moving forward. I know probably somebody saying like, wait a minute. So they're just going to throw the boss under the bus.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, nigga. This is America, of course.
The boss. Here's the crazy part. The boss, not crazy. The boss even was like, yeah, they're gonna throw me under the bus after this. But
I know this shit coming.
America.
Lale lule lo, nigga. What do you want me to do about it?
Gentlemen, you want to know the greatest thing that happened after that phone call? No, in the middle of that phone call, on the other side of that door. So, sir, what do we believe in?
Believe.
I got a question. What do we believe in?
What do we believe?
They should have just put. Yo, I swear, this new Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta put Christian Bale in as get a Dick Cheney something in that room.
I'm just saying.
No, you can't tell me that this wouldn't be good.
So, Mr. Johnson, what do we believe?
I think it's this though. Like, of all countries. Well, here's the thing. Russia and America are a lot alike. Russia is just a fucking car with 3 wheels. Okay, that's the only difference with Russia. No, y'all laugh.
Reliable lion.
Russia,
the Reliant Robin.
The Reliant Robin.
Russia has shown us, and they have history. We have data on Russia of being this huge country, and your GDP is only as big as California. Y'all don't have the money. Y'all barely got the missiles to be doing anything right now. That's the shit that gets me. Russia and America are exactly alike, but I highly doubt that if it was the shoe was on the other foot, it would go this way. Something tells me it wouldn't go that way. Yeah, I think America's like, hey, you want to
Um,
come in here and shoot the nigga, you can if you want to. Like, I
see,
feel like America's more lackadaisical with it.
no,
Yeah,
I think America would be more like this. You want to come get them? You come get them. We're not extraditing them.
we ain't extraditing shit, nigga. We killing them. You could not kill our
Like
and
this
you know
is
it.
this is your mess. You come over here and clean it up.
What would you clean it up, American? You don't want us to clean it up, nigga.
You don't want us to do
We
that.
America.
I don't want peace. I want problems always.
So let's roll this down here. So Snake has to run the gambit of 7 people.
He's back. He's back over there. But hold on, here, Chris.
My man is up in
Here's the
sick
best
bay.
thing. Here's the best thing. He's back. He's back. It's only been a week. It's only been a week. He sees the first person he see the boss in that fucking silver suit and all that.
And that
shit.
horse.
And that horse. She's like, why did you come?
Well, hold on. She was she was covered. She had the white
was
raincoat
covered.
on.
She had the poncho. She had
She had the poncho.
First of all, she had the poncho on. But no.
She
Before
had the
that,
poncho. She had the whole thing going on. Yeah, I forgot.
before that, let's keep one thing in mind. Snake was barely healing up in sick bay because who's the first person he sees? The freaking FBI, the CIA, asking him questions day and night about what happened. Because apparently he's a traitor.
Commie spy.
He was like, apparently I'm a traitor.
So
I'm like, I didn't
the
even do
first
anything.
thing-
I was doing my job. I got my arm
chilling.
broke. I got yeeted over a bridge.
First person he see though, was the boss. And you know what he said? It's been 1 week since you looked at me. It's been exactly 1 week.
Quick Easter egg. First of all, don't y'all love how that whole mission had to be completely redone and expanded upon, and it took them a week to put that together. Probably less than a week to put that
Less
together.
than a week. Less than a week.
Now,
You gotta think about it. This
now-
1960s, no internet.
now,
So
quick,
yeah.
quick Easter egg. When you are in that that pod that's about to shoot you down back in Russia's backyard again, if you move the camera slightly up while Snake is sitting in it, if you move the camera up, you get to see a Japanese bikini model.
There's quite a few of them in this one.
Yeah, they sprout out every now and then.
And you know what I like to say? Oh, Nihon. That's what I say.
No, that's not Nihun. That is straight up Mr. Kojima.
Damn it, Mr. Kojima. You just love titties, don't you?
Be right back.
That's the best way of saying it. So, Chris, the best thing, after she gets it, she takes her Patriot, which is the most broken gun in the game, points it at his own ship. Boom. She like,
gonna have to do your job, huh?
yeah, yeah, that's gonna give you a couple hours. You know, it's 100 miles down to the. I
Down
like
to the
how the
flight
whole
line.
time she's just dogging this nigga. You know, it's like it's like about 100 miles to the border. You might get there if you run. You ain't gonna come after me.
So
He like, boss, don't say you love me, nigga. Don't say no simp shit around me. Go home. That's what she's like. Go the fuck home.
So Snake has to run the gambit. I'm just gonna say it of like 8 people to get to the boss as the final legit boss of the game. And he gets kind of a twofer here because number one, not only does he have to face Ocelot, who actually has a revolver now at the request of Snake telling him, hey, you might want to use a revolver next time, because automatics aren't really going to work for what you want to do.
Right before that though, he finally meets who he's supposed to meet out there.
Eva.
He's supposed to meet somebody. He's supposed to meet one of the 2 code breakers that left the NSA, which is a person named Adam and Eve, or Eva in this case.
Yes.
And you see her on the fucking thing he's supposed to ask was like, what is it? Who are the Patriots? The answer is supposed to be the Lolly Lule Love.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, cute. We're not going into that. But anyway, when he sees Eva show up, he says, who are the Patriots? And she doesn't say shit.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing you know, people come out there, she saves his life, shoots him, and all the rest of that shit. And she takes off her helmet and booyah. My name is Eva. And the second I saw her, I was like, great. Snake's going to put his dick in that. I'm not even kidding, Chris. The second I saw it, I was like,
Okay.
we know where this is headed. We know exactly where this is headed. And it doesn't take a lot for a lot of people at that point. I knew when everybody saw her, they were like, oh, look, she got blonde hair. That must be Liquid's mom. I knew people that thought that off book about her. No, that ain't what she is. She's not the mother.
She's a surrogate mother to
She's a
him.
surrogate mother, a lot like what Beyonce had. So
Yeah, because it's basically as we said in Metal Gear Solid 1, like Liquid and Snake, they were basically test tube kids.
yeah, there's test tube
And
babies.
and Eva had a relationship with the boss to where when Liquid and Snake did as they were growing up, she was kind of a surrogate mother to them in a way.
Yeah, I think well, she wasn't a surrogate. Well, at least not the Snake. I don't know how that goes. I'll be honest with you. I'm not really sure.
I'd say to Liquid, but to Solid Snake, to a point.
Disappeared, and next thing you know, we see her later. And using the term that you used a long time ago, Chris, octogenarian titties is the next time we see her.
Yeah. So they had their meeting and stuff, and obviously it's they're gonna bang, like you said, they're
Eventually.
gonna eventually.
And then Ocelot shows up again with a revolver.
Two
Except
revolvers.
This time it's painted on. It's pretty and it's all that. And he goes to shoot. It was so funny. He finally had Snake. He go click, 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 click.
Oh, I gotta reload this shit.
He was like this. Yeah, that's a 6-shooter, not an 8-shooter. You dumbass.
So you have a boss fight with Revolver Ocelot, and it's a fun little. Again, it shows off the mechanics of the game and what you can do, because during the fight, just like if you remember in Metal Gear Solid 2 when you're fighting Olga, if you shoot the tarp, it messes up Olga and stuff, and it changes the dynamics of the boss fight. In this instance, shoot the Hornet's Nest, it gets Ocelot out of his cover multiple times because the bees are going to be coming after him. And speaking of bees, the paint interferes during that fight.
It's so weird because you not only it's like split, you're like in the middle of this weird cliff, so you're both of y'all like shooting behind rocks,
and he can ricochet bullets so you can't camp behind rocks the whole fight,
which is bullshit. Fuck that game for doing that to me, because I remember I hid behind the motherfucking tree. I'm like, yo, come on, man.
So the game forces you to move, and and you can distract him in certain.
And then you had the Ocelots who are around there too, so you gotta take care
cheering
of
them on. Yeah, no, they're not helping out. It's just more them cheering on, because you fight the soldiers initially, and then that's when Ocelot comes out, and it's a one-on-one fight, basically.
And you fall into a ditch, and when you fall into a ditch, that's when you get pretty much Eva telling you the whole deal, basically saying like, wait a minute, like, where are you at? He was actually like, where are you at right now? She's like, I'm actually by Sokolov and everybody else right now, so I need you to, like, you know what I'm saying?
Eva has been also being undercover, because another little lingering plot point is that like Volgin is keeping an eye on Eva when she's undercover, because Volgin,
she's playing
secretary,
Sokolov's lover.
Yeah. And even Volgin was like, he got good taste.
I see. That's his lover, huh?
And I like how he took the lipstick and was like, KGB, huh?
I like her. She got spunk. And I'm gonna put some spunk on her. Let's keep her.
But the lingering thing is Ocelot actually it wasn't Volgin, it was Ocelot, like, something's off with this chick. Can't quite tell.
And you didn't see until this, which is one of the most, till this day, I say it's one of the most unnecessary cuss words of all time. Like the first time he gets her when she still has her helmet and all that stuff, he can't see her. He like, this bitch is wearing perfume. I'm like, why did you say it like that?
So later on, Ocelot was like, you smell like you've been outside.
That smell.
Sounds familiar.
Don't know what it is yet. I'm gonna keep it up here. I'm gonna be weird around you until I figure it out.
You find out, later on that that's when Ocelot was like, hold on, you're Eva, aren't you? Oh shit.
It's not even so much you're Eva, it was more like her. I knew it. The blonde one, the blonde hot one. I knew it anyway.
Eva takes a couple of bullet punches from Volgin for them to figure that out. Like,
so I like this weird thing when you fold in that cave, because you actually have to explore a cave. And it does
barely see.
it does give one thing I do like, and it makes me realize that Americans, we're just like shut the fuck up when it comes to this shit. Because Zero was like, well, he's like, well, you can't see down there. You need a torch, don't you? I don't have a flashlight. Don't have a flashlight. I don't understand you American soldiers. See, when we were in the field, he's just so, oh, look, I like it because the whole time you can see like Snake's silhouette in the background of the Kodak call, right? Just doing like this. And when Zero gets to talking and just running his mouth, you just see this.
Bro, I just want to
Are
get
you
out
listening,
safe.
Snake? Yes, I'm listening.
So you get to the pain,
And
and
the Pain, who is voiced by, and I wish Harris was here, he's voiced by Greg Berger, fucking corn-fed from fucking Duckman. Greg Berger, who has done plenty, and I mean plenty of voices. He's doing the voice of the Pain. Also, weird thing, Chris, I just want to throw this at you. Now, you know Slokalov, right? The dude that's doing his voice is Brian Cummings. First time I ever heard him, I was like, why do I know who you are? I finally looked up his name. If you ever seen a Disney VHS cassette in the 90s, the dude that was doing the trailer intros and all that and doing all that, that was him. Not
okay.
LaFontaine. It was actually him. Was like, coming now to VHS, new from Disney. It's the Little Mermaid. He did all those voices. Cause I remember the first time I heard him, I'm like, why do you sound like somebody I heard before? This was actually his only role that you could say like his big time role, because everything else he did was just trailer work. So kind of cool. But anyway, but the Pain. I remember the first time I played this board, Chris, is
This guy.
yeah. First time I played this, first off, the Hornets and all the rest of that. I was thinking like, okay, cool. What the fuck is he gonna do? It the shit I wasn't
Hornet guns, Hornet grenades,
and Hornet Dragon Ball move. Blah! And a hornet flies out of his mouth.
and
I mean, at supersonic speed, and it's red. And I'm thinking, like, what was you doing with that one?
And there's two in the way you fight. It's like you have to like when he has like you can use the shotgun to like blow the B gun out before he shoots it, or you can use smoke grenades to kind of discombobulate the hornets and stuff. We can use regular grenades too to disperse his B armor. Yes, he had hornet armor.
B
armor. The shotgun or the grenades you can do to disperse it and stuff, and in order to kill him.
If you get a little bit too fancy by hopping your ass in that water, the second you get out, you're gonna see two of them just standing right there. And of course, you got to figure out who's which B man is the right B man. It does it. Yes, thank you. He did Dr. Mindbender too.
Yep.
Thank you. And only I forgot all about that. And he did look. And Chris, you should have got this. You should have got that.
Yeah, should have. But it happens.
But look, voice actors are funny because my main reason for looking them up, Chris, is when I saw Brian Cummings. I was like, "Are you Jim's brother?" No, they're not. No, they're not. They're from the same class of voice actors, but they're not brothers. They're not brothers. They both started in the 80s, but they're not brothers. I thought they were, man. That's the only reason why I looked up.
So,
but yeah.
So he defeats the Pain, and at this point,
which Chris, why did they all blow up again?
This is kind of like
there's a reason behind them. Just the pain.
I think it's just the aspect of because I mean these are soldiers that basically it's like if they get defeated, what is their purpose in the world? Essentially, like the kind of thing. That's what it felt like at least. Because I mean, let's be real, the Fury ain't gonna be at the post office delivering your mail, or anything like that.
That's fucked up, man. That's fucked up. What you trying to say? A cosmonaut like him can't find work after
Hey,
the
man,
military.
motherfucker got 3rd-degree burns looking like Deadpool and shit.
And that motherfucker still think he in space and shit.
D.
Mission control up here. Like, dog,
that man needs to be in a VA hospital somewhere, not in a goddamn suit. That's a PTSD for your ass.
That is some straight up. He need to be laying down on somebody's couch, telling us about the reason why all this is happening. Now, anyway, after that, You go up you go up Little River. It's a weird little scene because this is the first time. Because also in this scene is the first time you see the fucking hover carts they got. And I'm
Sir,
thinking,
sir, I call it the Johnny
19.
the Johnny Quest hover cart, sir.
It was exactly because of the way they were shit. It was like yes, it was exactly the Johnny. I was about to see. I was about to start
Ray
saying.
Spandon.
I was about to say, oh, the Venture Brothers theme song.
Hey, look. When I saw I remember seeing the hover cars. I was like, Hideo Kojima, you son of a bitch. You watched Johnny Quest too, didn't you?
My favorite thing to do though with those motherfuckers was light their ass up and lay my ass on the water. I used to love that.
Oh,
Bah, just lay down, and I have like the water
Camo, they don't see
camouflage on,
you.
and they never will see you. I loved
I
it.
will say this though, I like destroying them, and you just see the. Especially near the end after the Shackleton fight, and they're chasing after you, and you're using the gun like. It's
You
like
just see the one guy. Ah! Just see the blaze of flames
so.
going into a tree and shit.
So
So
you're at this point, you're trying to track down Sokolov at this
now you
point.
get up to the river, you get up to a little point in the river, and you see, just so happen, Slokalov crying like shit because Vogan is torturing him like usual. And
And the end being pushed into a room. Now, here's the thing. It wasn't until the second time I played it, you can actually kill the end right there.
I didn't know this until I don't know where I first
I saw it in a
started
Tips and
doing that.
Tricks magazine where I think the Tips and Tricks magazine literally was like, yeah, if you got the sniper rifle from the river over in the depot area, you can double tap the end and his wheelchair just blows up. Now, the wheelchair will target your ass and hit your ass. Depending on how it hits you, it'll either you'll get injured and you can just eat some animals, or it can actually kill you.
It killed me the first time.
Yeah, because you're probably like,
Because
what the fuck?
I'll never forget it because I was like, okay, he's right there. Pow! And you hear the end. I like, yeah. I simply like, because I can hear like, wait a minute, what's up? And I remember hidden triangle glancing up to see a fucking wheelchair hit me and I died.
Now, killing
One of
the
the
end,
funniest thing ever,
now
man.
killing the end early. When you get to the wooded area where you're supposed to fight them at, you end up fighting the Ocelot unit. Now,
Yeah.
the Ocelot unit are there to ambush you. You can actually catch each of them in different areas off guard.
Mm.
The second way to kill the end, I'm jumping ahead, but fuck it, might as well. You can actually change the time on your PlayStation,
Time in that PlayStation
and you get a special scene
I
where
did that
Snake comes
all
up
the
to.
time.
You get a special scene where Snake goes up to the body and was like, "Oh, he's dead. Cool."
Then you get a chance to fight him. All right, old man, slap him on the ass and keep moving.
Yeah. Or a third
But-
option, you can actually play him straight up.
Now, the weird thing that happens in that scene though is when Slokalov comes out there. Also, you see Eva, and motherfucking Volga grabs Eva and basically threatens her. You see what he's been doing to her for the longest time,
Torturing the shit out of her.
which is torturing the shit out. He starts electrocuting her, which, by the way, when he does it, you see her pantyhose get these big ass holes in them, and I'm thinking to myself, I don't think that's how that works. I think you
Okay,
just wanted to be sexy.
That actually makes sense now. Yeah, Mazinger Z. Yeah, any of the giant Robo series like Mazinger and Getter Robo, they had the villains would die from an explosion. Just
It is a bit of a thing. I heard that.
that is a trope. That is a trope.
That is a trope and is a real trope. Ah! I used to love that about Power Rangers, especially when they do this little and they just fall backwards and they blow up.
So like at this point, oh, go ahead.
And of course, he drops her ass and he's like, I'll play with you until the rain stops. And I'm thinking to myself, now, this whole time, of course, yes, Eva's going through it. I know he's a sadist and I know what it says, but no. We all know exactly what's going on with her involved. Right? That's exactly what's going on.
Now, here's the thing. After that, Snake ends up getting to the lab and he meets Gronin, who is the guy that actually developed the Shagohod, the bipedal nature of the Shagohod.
This dude, He was like I am, Sergey, whatever they
Grodin.
I am the one who has this whole research outpost. And I loved it. I loved it because he starts drinking it, right? He starts drinking, right? Here, Snake, you're crazy.
You crazy.
you're like, he said, like, dog, you loaded, ain't you? Have to be. If I'm stuck here. And basically what you would get is that
Well, he made a bipedal tank, and then they favored it and favored the Shagohod. It was like, yeah, that's nice, but we got this big giant tank over here.
Basically what happened was Volgan got him and gave him this whole research facility to do whatever he want. Oh, and he was and of course, Brandon was very proud of it because he got the medal, the communist star, and all the rest of that. Pretty much say he's a champion of a champion of socialism and all the rest of it. In other words, he's beloved by the state. So of course, you got one of the best people working on all these weapons. And like he said, instead of going for one of his robots, he went for the Shagohod. And he's like, nah, I got something better. Something's gonna take it all out. It's like I call it a Metal Gear. And of course, because it's Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear? He's like, look at it. As it has two legs. Like, look at what I got. He's like, those are nice shoes. Like, no. Legs. You see how he can walk and move? What can you do with a tank that can't go nowhere? He needs to move, needs to run there. And the great thing about it is if you press R1, not only do you get to see you get to see a figurine from Zona Enders, but you also see the Metal Gear Rex and you also see the Metal Gear Ray. Now, I'm gonna be real with you. All three are Easter eggs, but if there's anything, I will believe there's probably like the baby version of a Metal Gear Rex or shit, the first Metal Gear that actually came out. You know what I mean? There's something like that. But he was about to revolutionize all of this. Now, that being said, of who we know Snake is going to be and what he ends up doing, I think he ends up taking all of those ideas from this man. So yeah. So yeah, that happened. But before he gave him like a key card and all that, he's like, why are you helping me? Because you said I had good shoes.
So
I'm like, what?
he basically tells him, hey, Volgan and them.
Best part though, if you try to knock on his door after you leave, he'll be like, go away, I'm drunk. It's great. It's great.
He basically tells him, hey, they're at Grazigrad, and that's where Volgan and the Shagohod are if you're looking for the boss. All right, cool. This dude doesn't get 2 steps out that lab. Who pops up there? The Fear.
Yeah.
So
fun thing about that dude, the voice of that dude, I didn't see his voice.
Sounds like fucking what's his face Starscream.
It is Chucky Finster's dad.
Michael Bell.
Off of fucking Rugrats. I am not kidding you. This man was like 70 years old when he did this fucking role.
Like, I thought it was Chris, whatever. Chris Latta.
Chris Latta?
Yeah, wait a minute. It's not him. Chris Latta did Starscream, but the voice sounds almost the same. Cobra Commander, same thing with Cobra Commander. Like it sounds almost like it, but the Fear, basically his character got surgery to get double joints and the snake tongue and the eyes. And his whole thing is
the shit that gets me is when he crawls up the motherfucking
that's surgery, bro. Surgery just to be double jointed. That's insane.
Yeah, man, that's dedication.
And he shoots you with poison darts because his whole thing is much like Scarecrow, fear. Except he does fear in the most fucked up way. It's like, so you're gonna shoot me with poison. Michael Bell, yeah.
Michael Bell. Yeah. Yeah, he does like the poison darts and all. But this motherfucker that really got me was not only the jumping and all that, he can crawl through the fucking ground.
Now, you can put food on the ground and poison them. Yeah, which I never did, but I've seen people do.
I did. It just make it go. That's all.
I think his stamina meter goes down if you go down non-lethal.
Yeah.
Non-lethal was a bitch and a half to do for him against him.
But it wasn't so much the non-lethal with him. For me, it was just like I remember killing him non-lethally, but I remember every time I got to him, like, no, I'm not dealing with your ass, man. You're crawling up the motherfucking. Take this love like this. Take this poison fucking snake. Yeah, motherfucker. Like, I did not play with the fear. I hated fighting him, man.
How could you hate fighting the fear?
I fucking hated fighting the fear.
I enjoy fighting the fear.
Like, not because, like I said, it wasn't. If I stay too long there, it's one of those fights. Like, if I take too long fighting this nigga, this is gonna be an extra 5 minutes, and I'm gonna be mad because I didn't do something. I fucked up my rations. No, nip it in the bud. Let's not do this shit.
I'll be honest with you.
Okay. What I used to do is I always made sure that my food was good and spoiled rotten, and I would sit it down because like anybody, sucker for food. He sees the spoiled food, he'll run and eat it and be like, "Oh, it's rotten." And then number one, not only does it sap his freaking stamina and also drain his health a little bit, the fear moves slower.
Yeah, he kind of
he moves slower as his stamina gets weaker. And then on top of that, you want to know how I took him out in his last hit? I used his own traps against him.
There was traps all around there. I forgot that too. There was traps all around.
I felt after this boss fight, there's like a lull in the game where you had to go to different zones. Because at this point, aren't you like going up the mountain, basically traveling up to the mountains and stuff at this point?
Yeah. Real quick before we.
No, I'm talking about after the fear.
After
the fear, you're going to the mountains and shit.
Now, there's one thing I will have to say. There's the most B-word way. Okay, 10 points for doing it, but real talk, F you, it's fucking horrifying. I see it. The fear. Boom. All of these poison arrows. Oh, come on. That's scary as shit, dog. Come on, man.
Dude, that's
now,
almost
Eris. Was there a reason why everybody blew up?
Okay.
Is it because they're Power Ranger villains? Or is it because
Okay, number one. They actually explain why they blow up and why they blow up in the game. They do explain it. Them exploding was supposed to be a last resort for if they were ever captured or near death.
Chris was right.
Not to mention that, yes, it is also a nod to classic Sentai, freaking Kamen Rider villainy, where if you rider kick them or seismic toss them off into the great beyond, they spin around, fall, explode.
Which one is funnier for you? My favorite one is the fall backward and blow up. That's my favorite one. But my other favorite one is the lazy one where they like if you see the Power Rangers shoot and they're like, oh, and they just like calmly fall down like this. I like both of them.
The one that I like, and you could tell that somebody had bad knees, is when they when they slyly kneel down and then hit the floor.
That was a suit. That was a suit that was tiring them out.
Or you could be like the Fury and just cut to the chase.
See, that's terrible. That's just terrible. That's terrible, Chris. Stop.
My man took off his helmet and said, "Yeet."
No, first of all, before we even get to that point, the way that Fury goes out is probably the coolest. I think he went out the coolest way because my nigga turned into the flaming mummy, if you will. The face where it's just a flying face flying around, and then Snake like
graphics though.
Yeah, and the PS2 graphics, but still, Snake looking around like, all right, I'm not dealing with this shit. I see the exit. I'm gonna make my way out that way. Fury.
You know what's sick to me is that when Delta drops, we're gonna see them PS5 graphics and them third degree burns all over his face, looking like Deadpool, and then looking all crispy and shit.
And then the lightning's gonna strike, and we're gonna see the skull and crossbones in the background. Off that hurricane heist.
Here I am.
I'm sorry. Every time you say that, instead of thinking hurricane heist, the first thing I'm thinking of is
Twister.
No, Twister dared Twister dared, but they didn't because
They
it was a
didn't
better
do it.
movie. Because
Yeah.
it was a better movie. But no errors. What I keep on thinking of when you say that is, I'm sorry, am I playing Alpha 3 and
Alpha
I'm fighting
3.
Bison? You just see the shadow lost skull in the background every 15 seconds.
But no, when you decide to go into the mountains after you fight the fear, which by the way, I know y'all mentioned it earlier when I was away taking out the pain. First of all, when you take out the pain, man, first of all, have fun traversing that damn cave just to
I
get to
liked
him.
it. I liked the cave. I actually like that cave. That's probably one of the very few cave stages in any video game I actually kind of like because there was actually a lot to explore in there, and I actually kind of liked it. It was weird.
I'll admit it. I'm not ready for that shit when Delta drops.
I know you ain't. Oh man.
Man, they're gonna make that cave super expanded. There's gonna be like route here, cave here, Easter egg here. There's gonna be like 6 Easter eggs throughout different parts of the cave. You know, you're gonna find weapons, you're gonna find camos, you're gonna find masks, you're gonna find all like face paint and shit. You're gonna find all this shit in the cave that'll be completely missable if you just decide, hey, I'm gonna go the speed run route. I know exactly where to go. You're gonna skip all the shit. But when you leave the fear and you move on to the next part of the game, were you like everybody else that sat back and said, boy, I can't wait to see like the look on everybody's faces when they find out the fear and the pain are both dead?
Nobody cared because it landed like a wet fart.
Not quite. Not according to Volgan, because when he found out that that both that pain and fear are dead,
Your boys is dead.
damn it! He starts punching the wall.
Your pup was supposed to be dead.
Like CIA dog.
I mean, look, it's like Vulcan get a little nervous, like just.
I don't know what to do with this. Hey, Rykov. 15 minutes, nigga. 15 minutes. I love you, baby. Yeah. I don't know. I might have something to do in a minute.
Oh, does this mean that Vulcan was a bit bi, or he actually was?
I think
really
Vulcan was a rich kid, which was bi.
Okay.
Rich kids back in the back then fucked men and women.
Had a very look. It's a little aggressive towards women. That's why I was really questioning.
Well,
Sadist.
Chris, me and my dad was talking about. Also, me and my dad was talking about this. Gay men back in the day, they were bi. they did both. They did both. It's like, what's your preference? Booty hole. Which one? See, this is where we can have a conversation. like that's how gay men were back then. Now we can talk turkey. Why you covering your face here, Chris?
Picture the scenario. Vulcan and Rykov, he's trying to integrate the bullets into the sexual situation somehow.
So it's like he like this. So where you want him at? Here's Rykov. Takes one bullet, bend over. Here's Vulcan. Oh, suck it that.
I got a better one for you. Hey, CJ, I got a better one for you. This is going into the realm of Fast and Furious here. What are you feeling, Rykov? 20 volt, 50 volt. 50 volt sounds nice.
I thought you were going to say that. 20 volt, 50 volt. Penis play. He like this. Here's it. You sassy whore.
Vulcan out here.
No, that reminded me. I'm sorry.
One of the best lines in the game. I know.
Best lines in the game.
One of the best lines in video games.
In video game history. Number one. Okay, I am not advocating violence towards women, but when you get to see a freaking Russian boot go into the sternum of one Tatiana, followed by you dirty whore.
Ladies and gentlemen, 3 black geeks.
Also 3BG.
Less problematic.
Hey, look, man, Vulcan was getting up in them geeks like this.
Man, look. Here's the thing.
But-
Vulcan, like the way I always thought, the way I think he did I was about to say Tatiana, Jesus. The way I thought he did Eva was if he had sex with her, it was dry. There was a lot of pain involved.
No
You know
pun
what I
intended.
mean? Like, do you want to talk about it? Because outside of that, I don't think he got off until he gave her a black eye. But I call bullshit on that because she had perfect eyes the whole game. So
That she
where?
did. And it wasn't until she got hit with enough electricity to get hit with those the torn pantyhose that
You know
made
what?
her that hold on that the torn stockings that oddly made her hotter.
Here's the thing. That design will go to quiet later on. But
It would.
but here's the thing that also got me about that. Hideo, electricity doesn't work that way.
But I
like,
control all current.
Yeah,
in my
yeah,
body.
yeah. So why did it make sexy holes up there, down there, and no sexy holes up here?
Because I can tear fabric.
Ladies and gentlemen, like, click, and subscribe to this podcast. Anyway,
So I will say this.
How much do you want to know, CIA dog?
I will say this though. I will say after.
he would have called in every single, not single, single day. Every single day. I want to talk about these whores.
These dirty.
He would have been a
whores.
guest on there. So I see you, Vulcan. Tell us how to be a man like you. Well, first off, I was born into this.
Second off, you have to say Kuwabara 10 times.
No. See, first of all, your boy, the tall one, Myron, would have been like, well, number one, thank you for your service. He didn't serve in our military.
Terrorists that nuked the damn facility. Thank you for your service.
Also,
He would have told him that. I guarantee you. Just finding out finding out that he's a colonel, he's automatically going to hit him with the number one, thank you for your service.
also, how much you make a year? How much you make a
How
year?
much do you make a year? No, and here's Vulcan. Hold up. I have the philosopher's legacy.
Now, what is this? What is this legacy? What is this legacy? Yeah, man. Is it like the legacy I got from my mom and dad?
It is access to endless amounts of wealth and
Now,
technology.
all right. Let's get back onto the story.
Ha ha! I see what you did there, buddy. I see what you did there.
I see what you did, Brian. Yeah. And you know the best part about all that, Brian? The lack of joy is even better.
There is no joy.
Hey, Brian, and you too for this. None of you are allowed to do puns on my fucking podcast. None of you.
That was not me, sir. That was all Brian.
Just said the lack of joy. You fucking God, Aaron.
Yes, the lack of the joy.
Here's the funny thing. It actually you do it and save the joke for D.
There you go. You're welcome, Brian.
That actually saved the joke.
But anyway, so like you go up to the mountains. I will say this: the one part of the mountains that I thought was very nerve-wracking, especially if you're trying to go for not getting caught. You gotta get through a stage where there's like 2 helicopters rolling through the mountain area, and you gotta avoid soldiers.
And
you also got to avoid the vultures.
Yeah, the vultures.
Also, that's the thing too. That is the thing. Also, another part where everybody and their mom kind of jerked themselves off, saying this game was amazing. What a thrill! Oh, that was so cool.
Well, that was after. That was
I
after
actually
the
thought that
Fury
was
fight.
cool.
Yeah, that was after the Fury fight, wasn't it?
That was after the. Was that after the Fury?
Yeah, I think it was after the Fury. Because after the Fury, Snake is going up there because that ladder goes all the way up to the
No. This is one going up to the mountains. That one's the going up the mountains because after that, the one after because he's going up, and when he goes the first time, that's when he gets killed. And I mean, not when he gets killed. When he gets caught the first time, fugitive. Second time he does that is when he goes in there.
Oh, okay.
Yada yada.
Okay.
Did I get that right or get that wrong? Uh-oh, Eris is thinking.
That's why I was like, I could have
Wrong.
sworn it was at the Fury, then you go up the ladder because the Fury is like
my
chasing you.
God, I saw this shit yesterday and I think I forgot.
Camo, desert. Oh yeah, the desert face paint. I remember that one. And yes, the camel spider with the boss. The boss being the fear. No, the next one. I'm not even going to attempt to say that one, but I know it's was it Svidyato Gorny? That one is when you immediately go after the end.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Me and Chris already mentioned the two ways of doing it. Now let's talk to the freaking sadist of the two of us. Eris,
yes,
why?
sir.
Why?
Oh,
Why, God, why? No, let's stop. Before you even go on to that, I want y'all to understand this. It's like I've known Eris a good chunk of my life. You know, this motherfucker would purposely play no other part of that game. Purposely play no other fucking part of the game except that part just because you found out new different ways how to fight this nigga.
There's like
and I gotta say, Eris, I ain't never
100
seen you
bajillion ways to
focus.
go about the
I
fight.
ain't never seen you focus on nothing in a video game like you did with the end. I mean that. That's not me being trying to say how. No. I mean that. I have seen you put more effort into that than combing your hair, nigga. I don't understand this shit. Like, honestly, Eris, I have seen you. Eris got proud with me one time talking about how he killed him with using the weaker fucking sniper rifle in the game, man. He told me how he would purposely crawl up behind this dude just to shoot him in the back of the head just to see his fat old ass get up and run. Like, he was to tell me multiple things about this game. You know what D did? Skip time. Why? Because I got shit to do in my life, dog. I got stuff to do.
Listen, I played Rambo with the end. I set up traps to take him out. I also even used the thermal goggles because if you use the thermal goggles, you can actually track his footprints.
It sucked for me. I couldn't tell where he was at with the
I knew exactly where he was. Hold on. First, here's the first time. Number one, when you got this, if you have the sniper rifle in your possession when you're about to fight him, all you gotta do is look down because the sun ray is still on him. Soon as you if you look up and you notice the sun ray, wherever the sun ray is pointing down, that's where he is. Because the whole time you're hearing this, spirits of the forest, I thank you for granting me another day. And like the whole time he's sitting there yapping.
I'm mad I never noticed that.
Yeah, the whole time he's sitting there yapping while soaking up the sun. Because again, remember, if you paid attention to how the boss described him, his body is photosynthetic. He's a human plant.
I am mad at
Get the sunlight on him. Number one, it replenishes his health. So you got to take him out quick, or at least shoot him.
Which is why he could stay in long periods of time.
Exactly. So I came up with various ways of taking him down. Number one, using I'll use grenades, not even just regular grenades. Like I'll set up a claymore. I'll set up stun grenades. I would even use the SIG spray. I would use everything, anything and everything. And I break out the freaking thermal goggles and I would just chase him down. The moment he starts running, because no one, yes, after you play, I think was it Subsistence, where they changed the camera to third person, you can actually run and shoot at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Once that came out, taking him down became child's play at that point, because I can run and gun and still follow him. So I would be following him. And it's so great because even though he doesn't see you're behind him, I'm running behind him. I wait to get behind the place and I just crawl right up behind him. I'll even CQC his ass and still have fun with it.
Do you know one of the best things that ever happened to me in a video game?
I'm kidding.
One of the best things that ever happened to me in a video game, Eris, was fighting the end. And it was actually me losing. because my stupid ass told myself, "Hey D, all we gotta do is wait for this nigga
To
to
go to sleep.
not to go to sleep."
No,
Ooh, I'm glad I wasn't that stupid. But I was like, any second now, because I knew his two little spots in that section of the forest. I was like, his ass is gonna sit right there, and I'm gonna wait for him. I waited probably approximately 2 minutes. All of a sudden, I feel my controller rumble, felt a rumble. Next thing I hear, I think I heard what he say. He said something like, "It's like too easy" or something telling me that I'm dumb as hell. He
yeah.
shot me in the back of my head and killed me. I'm like, and
Technically, he doesn't kill you. He doesn't kill you.
he killed me. Oh, he
No,
killed
no,
me.
no, 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 no. See, but here's what he does, D, because there's actually extra cutscenes for this. What he does is he shoots you because the whole time he's shooting you,
Don't he
he's using,
tranquilize you?
yes, he's using the tranquilizer rifle. He's shooting you with that, and when he runs up on you and shoots you, he tranks you again, and then that's when the cutscene plays of him dragging you to different parts of the jungle just to continue the fight. He's waiting for you to wake up.
And yet, when you sit there and have them at gunpoint, yeah.
I'm mad that I could have been better.
You know,
That's
something,
all I'm saying.
D.
I fought him one time
Gentlemen?
and I did the most cheesy thing, which was, stun grenades.
Here's
Bit.
No, here's something for you, gentlemen. Check this out. So I did this. I said, you know what? I want to try something. I want to try something new, something I didn't think to do. I set up a claymore,
I did the same thing.
and then here's the first thing I did. I used the fake death pill. Use the fake death pill. You will collapse. You will play dead. He will actually run from wherever the hell he's hiding towards you. All I heard was
Okay, I'm gonna get this out. I'm just gonna get this out right.
I wish I doubted that. When you have a video, anytime you have a video game that gives you so many options like that, do you know what I call that? You know what I call that? A good thing.
a
It's a
great
beautiful thing.
I
thing.
need
Called,
to-
it's called replay value.
Oh, you want replay value? Yeah, and one of the most kiss my ass type thing in games ever. Next to Final Fantasy X, dodge lightning 200 times. Thanks a lot, Square Enix. So 64 keratin frogs, right? You think that would be simple?
We
in the
would
game,
get
right?
to that, Chris.
No. We're getting it over right now.
I'm
All right,
working on that
fine,
because
fine.
they ain't like,
Fine.
yeah.
Okay, I gotta shoot frogs. They're in weird spots. Fine. I don't mind that. That's a little thing.
Underwater.
As the game
Fuck you with the ones underwater
that's the
too.
thing. As the game progresses, right? You're thinking, all right, they're in weird places, fine, right? You get to the Shacklehod chase sequence. You have to shoot, was it 6 frogs? Seven
Six
frogs
of them.
during this whole segment. And they're in the most, you better be paying attention to your surroundings level of difficulty I've ever
The
seen.
one
better
on the
have a-
bridge
No, you
is
have
the
a
stupid one.
you better have a sniper rifle, is what it is, because they're all far as shit.
Bruh.
I think
No.
there's one that's like super up close. You got like 2 seconds to shoot it.
Shacklehod over the bridge, that one. Before,
There's
like,
no.
you have to shoot-
No,
There's-
that
no,
was
no,
the one
no.
that's on the very top and it's far
the
away.
one-
You better
no.
hit it when you hit it.
No, not that one. I'm talking about the one where you're out on the base and you're riding your bike and you're gunning down all the other soldiers, and the Shacklehod is attempting to chase you. He's doing this shit the entire time, trying to come after you.
Perfect.
Like, it's doing that shit right
What
before.
happened?
being
Quad-
like every machine in the Metal Gear series.
Like looking for a runway first.
oh yeah, Square could burn in hell for that, man.
Double dicks is what D say.
I had
Double
to,
dicks.
dude, when this guy over here gave me the Mad Cats, I was like, oh, finally, I can actually just action replay this shit.
DJ Sue is one of my boys because he made me finish a game I didn't want to finish. And you know what he said, D? You know what he said to me? He said, D, steroids. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm in good shape. Nah, nigga, steroids. I'm like, what's this about? Next thing you know, he gave me a bump and I wanted more.
That Mad Cats was great. Download the
That
save
Mad
files
Cats
off of
It was
download save files
amazing.
off GameFAQs.
Listen,
Boom.
let me tell you something.
You know what? Look,
Profits.
Like after I played the game legit, I played the game legit the first time, but then after that, I was like, okay, if I'm not gonna get a new game plus, I'll make my own new game plus by using action replay. And oh god, it was
And that's
beautiful.
and shooting all 64 gives you stealth camouflage. You think my ass is gonna do that?
So
Nope.
you want to know how your boy did it? Not save states. I made sure to save at certain points because I did look up where they all were when during the motorcycle chase. Because not only do you have a motorcycle chase to get off of this damn base, but you got the motorcycle chase through the damn jungle, and that one is by far the most annoying of places
It's
to try
great
to shoot.
until you notice you can't be too trigger happy because you have to shoot a log that's like 2 miles ahead of you, or else you take major damage.
Yeah, there's that. And I think it's either before or after the log. I can't remember exactly. I just remember there was a keratin on a freaking tree.
And it's stupid because it comes like that.
You have to, because like the whole time I'm in first person view. Well, let's be real here. Half first person view because your vision is
One eye.
obscured.
Guess he didn't see that, did he?
Yes, D is that.
one half.
Like my shit is looking like this. Like I can only see but so much. But
I
as
can't
long as,
see shit. I can't see nothing.
but you know what I did though? I use like not pump fake. Yeah, I pretty much pump fake the friggin' sniper rifle. So the whole time I got my fingers on both was it R1 and R2 where I'm just doing this shit where it's like quick reload where I would hit the button and instead of watching Snake try to reload and do all that shit, there's a trigger where if you hit the buttons fast enough, you get like an instant reload.
I know what you're talking about.
So when I did that shit, I was like, all right, I got this. This shit took me 6 times to hit that damn keratin on the tree. And when I got it, I was like, okay, I know I got it. Like I got it, and that's it. I was so angry.
But I think the interesting aspect of it is like the stealth camouflage that you get. So the fear in the game uses stealth camouflage, but I think as we pointed out, him using that stuff, it was an early version of the stealth camouflage, and that's why his stamina went down. You can only use his spirit.
Yeah, and the person that tells you that, and we didn't mention this motherfucker, but the person that tells you that is Sigurd. Now, the picture that I got, I don't know where this picture came from.
Yo,
darker.
That's
he
the
looks like a real
pachinko.
nigga.
That's the pachinko machine.
nigga, that is
character model.
sir. That is Fox Engine. Sing it.
Yeah, they did the Metal
That
Gear.
looked like a nigga named Don. Hey, what's up, Don?
So
with
over
you,
in Japan, they did a lot of pachinko machines of different properties, and Metal Gear Solid was one of them. And I remember they had like revised like different with the Fox engine of the Metal Gear characters, which might be why they're doing Delta, because
Well, even though
Eris,
yes,
before we
yes.
go on, get your granddaddy a cigarette, man. Anyway, go ahead.
Hey, look,
this is a John Deere hat.
Hey, look. First of all, I don't care what anybody says. I want that U.S. Team Fox hat.
I'm just saying. Look, I'm just saying. You know what I don't want? The fucking overalls. Like, who made them, man? Like, I don't know who gave you them, man.
That's too funny.
Was you fishing, my nigga? Where you going? Like, what you doing, bro?
But
Anyway.
but this whole mess of going after the end and dealing with him. There's a total of about 4 cutscenes for dealing with the end. Now you can take them out straight up. You can do the early what is it? The time skip. There's a cutscene for that. And of course the cutscenes for whenever he knocks you out twice, might I add. If he knocks you out 2 times, you get like there's double cutscenes. And of course, there's even more cutscenes for how you take him out. If you take him out the regular way, I love the fact that his suit, his camo actually changes colors.
Yep, it turns brown. It turns brown. It's like a dying leaf.
Yeah, like he literally goes from green to orange to brown like that.
And to this.
It's Did you gentlemen, by the way, ever capture his parakeet?
Nah.
I did.
Did I?
Best way to do it? Stun grenade.
Stun grenade. I know. I'm trying to think. Did I see somebody do that, or did I do that?
You can actually capture it. It's in the
I'm trying
list
to think.
of. It's in the list of. Because if I'm not mistaken, this was a trophy on PlayStation and 360 when this game got re-released. You have to capture every single animal in this game, and that includes the end's parakeet.
That feels like I know that. Did I do that? I don't know. I can't say that I did.
Like basically, if you didn't capture Jacques, you were not getting that damn trophy.
That's why I said this.
Think his real name. Nigga, knowing this game, his name would have been like named after one of the motherfucking writers of the game, like, me and Kojima, like something like that. You know what I mean?
I just call him.
Isn't that right, Shinsuke?
I just call him. I just call him Jacques because of the freaking
like
JonTron.
I think it's interesting too because Rykov is a character that purposely looks like Raiden because at this point everybody was pretty much on some I fucking hate Raiden shit still. And Kojima,
Kojima did that on purpose. He did that on purpose.
Kojima did it on purpose. Kojima did what I like to call anytime a nerd does something too nerdy and everybody laughs at it, they go, ha ha, that's a funny joke I made, huh? Ha ha. No, Hideo. What happened to you was nobody likes your favorite character and you wrote that up. Ha ha, yeah, see, he gay. That's what I felt like.
I mean,
That's what I felt like. Like Hideo didn't want to do that, but he did that for us. Which, hey, thank you.
But Sue even mentioned it too, even down to like, when we were talking about briefly about 3 and when we did the last episode on 2, the whole thing with Raiden trying to go back in time. They did a lot of plays on that with him running with the butt naked with the shackle hot, chasing them and stuff. It was very weird.
Bro, he gets caught up in the friggin' treads and goes flying off into the great beyond.
The Metal Gear cutscenes in this one where they threw Snake back and Sigurd was the one at the end doing that. That was hilarious too.
The other, I remember the other thing when they really did this. Like I said, this was like a joke to it was a joke to Terminator by having Raiden go back all the way to Metal Gear Solid 3, and I remember he ended up in the same room where freaking Ivan was supposed to be with Vulcan, and you think that there's gonna be some sexual stuff that's about to happen. Instead, my man broke out them bullets and started going to work on that body by beating the hell out of him.
Dude, I will say this though.
I don't like Ryan either. I didn't spend, hours writing like he was supposed to be the second one after Snake, and it was going to be a whole thing.
Bro.
Fuck that nigga, right?
I'm just laughing so much. Snake like masquerading as Rykov and then just getting caught was
mad at
hilarious.
Eva. I'm mad at Eva, and there's always a woman to get
the jig. The jig was up.
No, Eva was the one to say, dress up like Rykov. Why? Got the same ass like that nigga. You can get away with it.
First off, let's talk about Snake's many disguises, okay? When he dressed up as a scientist,
Professor Snake, or as I like to say, Garden Snake.
Yeah, yes,
codename
Professor Garden Snake. You want to know what made him so cool? How does he stay cool under pressure if he runs into another scientist? He does this shit. And then keep it moving.
It's literally the Clark Kent Superman,
It's literally Hideo Kojima. Like, this is what he does, and it works.
Adjust the glasses. We're not going to mention the mullet or
the bandana.
Hold on. In the
or
game,
the scruffy ass beard.
And it's funny when you're infiltrating and grinding with the scientist uniform. You have to face the window in order for the guards to walk past you because they just assume, oh, he's a scientist, even though, like you said, he has a big ass bandana on the back. But sure, face the window so they don't see your face.
I mean, not one soldier like, hey man, who smell like motherfucking gunfire in this motherfucker, bro?
Smell like Egyptian musk. What's going on here?
Hey, who smelled like a dead snake? Like who? Like, no, like a dead animal or something. Like somebody been eating dead
Oh,
animals.
Jim, did you cut the cheese?
I probably did. No. This is Russia. Oh, Yuri, did you cut the cheese? I probably did. In Russian. Come on, let's
Like,
go.
wait.
Let's drink Soviet beer. Not as good as regular beer, but it's good.
Like, wait a second. What smells like? I mean, what smells like fuel from an exploded hovercraft?
It smells like a calorie mate. Who got a calorie mate in this motherfucker?
No, seriously. No, did y'all mention that part? By
Yes,
the way?
we did. We talked about the Johnny Quest bikes. Yes, we
Oh
did.
god, the Johnny Quest bikes are great. You know what? Real quick, one last thing about the end, because I'm pretty sure you guys mentioned it. Did any of y'all ever attempt to take out the sniper rifle and shoot the end while
I
he
talked
was at
about
the
how I
dock?
died by that motherfucking wheelchair. Yes.
Yes.
Errors. Literally. I'm gonna tell you what I told Chris. This is what I did. Psh, that shit was easy. No, I literally just did this. I literally just said, why do I still hear something? I hit triangle to look up and I saw death hurling at my face.
Death from above.
I got hit by the wheelchair and had like this much health afterwards. I'm
Nigga,
like,
it
Jesus,
fucks
I get
your health
clipped.
up. It fucks your health up.
I mean-
it killed me the first time that happened to me, man.
Let's be real here. I would dare say that that was probably the first case of realism in a video game, because I would like to imagine a closed wheelchair flying at you and you getting hit. Yeah, I'm gonna have about that much
That
health
much left in me too. Snake.
That is a wheelchair, sir.
Snake, we have a transmitter on you. Right? We noticed you haven't moving. Yeah, got hit upside the head with a wheelchair. I'm gonna need like 15 minutes before I get up.
Because then when you go in to heal yourself, you're looking at all this bodily harm that's done to you from
What happened? I got a bruise. I got a broken clavicle. Like what the fuck, nigga? Tore my ACL trying to jump out the way.
You done ran out of splint.
Nah, but you know what's
Look over there grabbing hunks of log just to...
I think it's even more funny though is the aspect of God. It's the fact that Snake gets his ass whooped and they finally show the origin story of the one eye patch, and it's the shit. You know, it's the equivalent of, well, how did Nick Fury get his eye? A cat. Snake. Oh, Snake. Oh, Ocelot's gun accidentally went off and clipped him in the eye. And I'm like, really?
That's because
Snake.
Snake. Well, that's because Snake knew. That's because Snake knew which gun had the correct bullet, and I'm pretty sure, like your boy from the Hangover, my man was counting them chambers.
Oh, yes, he was.
Yes, he was.
The thing that gets me about that scene was, number one, before all of that, we get to see how your boy Granny gets lit up because he was inside of a fucking drum.
He was
You just see,
drum.
and you just see your boy Vogan over there act like fucking Ryu. Kush, 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 kush. This dude did an uppercut. You see a whole fat Russian nigga.
Sir. First of all, he was not acting like Ryu. He was pure Jason Statham at this point.
Hello.
Because he is punching the hell out of it, just lighting that shit up, and we're seeing. I'm thinking, oh, oil coming out of that shit? Nah, nigga, that's straight up blood. That was blood. And then on top of that, bro, when he hit this shit,
double.
When he did that shit, I was like, oh,
you mean the Liu Kang special from MK1?
Bro, the Liu Kang special, blop, hit them both. First of all, you're gonna hit
Hold
a barrel.
that shit.
When you hit a barrel into a set of barrels, which sends the dead subject flying into the air. I'm like, oh shit, this nigga killed Grannon. Okay.
Second, going in there, changing up as fucking
Rykov.
Just to get caught by the boss, for the boss to say something very, very insensitive. She grabs this, put this nigga in a half choke, goes, "What's this fairy disguise?"
It's gonna rub off on it. It's gonna rub off on you.
And look, and I know one of you. She's not woke.
At the same time, At the very, very fucking same time, some of y'all.
A little bit. I mean,
look,
victory lapping.
Look.
That somebody came close to a gay slur, victory lapping it. So after that part, of course, like we said, you're getting tortured. Here's the best part about it: you see nothing but black. All you hear is ah, stop hitting him. Come on, tell me, you're here for the philosopher's legacy, aren't you? All you saw is Sokolov on the ground like this, dead.
Another thing is, you never did see Sokolov's body.
No,
Nah,
never did.
You never see it. You just heard this. You just heard the blows landing and the sound of silence because
And the sound of skull going into skull.
because all you heard was just punches left and right going into this lifeless corpse on the ground.
And
Wait, and the line going, I guess he's dead.
It's like, well, that came.
He's
out of nowhere.
140 pounds and a scientist, nigga. 2 punches, he was dead. Okay, what the?
Well, at least Snake fared better because first he said, "Hey, are you going to kill him?" Of course. But
What
first,
kind of man would I be if I
but
didn't?
first, I'm going to make him pay for hurting Ivan.
Oh,
Okay.
love him.
Okay,
Look,
let me-
that's when boss said, "Oh, you're a gay boy." Okay, cool.
Gentlemen, let me tell you something. There are in the top 3 greatest one-sided ass whoopings I've ever seen in media history. Ken giving that combo to Ryu on the side of a cliff in Street Fighter 2, the animated movie. Jubei getting a full 20-something hit combo by Gemma with a broken arm. And Vulcan going absolute ape shit on Snake's body and face is the top 3 greatest ass whoopings in media history.
That's fair.
So after all of this, what does Vulcan say? Cut out his eyes.
Actually, no. What he really said was, "Let's take a look at your body.
Yeah,
You're a tough one."
yeah, look at that. Look at that nipple. Like that. American bodies are different. See, that's the thing about American bodies. Oh, you know he did that.
Hey. He points at the nipple. Hey, CIA dog. Does this tickle?
Oh my God! Hey, what I got down here? What I got down here? Feels like a package. The boss over there. Look at him.
Okay, bitch, you said it.
Dude, I like how my man. I like how my man in the midst.
You know he did that to it.
I like how in the midst of all this torturing, my man Sorrow, if you press the button, is just doing this.
Just gonna get you out the cell. Just gonna get you.
Just hit that little code that you see, and you get out the cell, no problem.
Oh my God! Yeah.
That was something that if you didn't do it, then you had to find other ways of getting
There were
out
ways
the
to get
cell.
around it.
There were
But
definitely ways to get around it, but no,
Boss
I
got
got
that knife in her hand. Boss
she
got that.
really didn't want to do it.
Well, she did punch a chip into Snake after she did that, just into this open cut.
I like how. I like
she
how
shot it. She shot it into
she
his
shot
leg.
that nigga dead in the butthole. If you in the butt cheek to me, in the butt fat, good in butt fat. But I like the second you see Eve like, no, don't do it. All of a sudden,
Like,
I
he
knew it.
suffered enough.
I knew it. You know what? You exposed yourself. We're gonna play a little game, bitch. Now tell me which.
First of all, hey, first of all, Tatiana, why are you protecting him?
Why are you in
You know
this
what?
room?
He said, you know what? I'm gonna
Why
go
are
ahead.
you in this room?
No. I'm gonna go ahead and get it. Like, no. I'm gonna get it out there. Tatiana, you're the spy. Number one, he couldn't have been More correct.
I mean,
I mean,
like dead
he
on.
was dead on.
How you like Eve? What do you mean?
Like, what are you talking about?
She looking left and right like, bitch, you gave it away right there.
Number
You gave it
one.
away.
Hold up. Number one, sniff. That smell. Real quick. Oh yeah, certified B cup. She slapped him.
I like it. Look, here's Vogue. Here's Vogue. Yeah, I
Take
know, right?
They're
I
like
know,
taking
right?
a fancy to her. Salon.
Taking a-
No.
Yeah, we like, yeah, we can share. You know, all three of us in a room. You know, we don't even need her to be honest with you.
Like no.
I mean,
no. Like no,
Yeah.
no, like no, like no, Colonel, no. I have no interest in this woman. I want to test her.
no. When she said that, here's Vogue.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Armed.
Tell me that I can grab that short blonde hair. Is that you trying to tell me?
My man Snake. Much like after Virtuous mission, he has to regroup again, and armed with a fork and hope, he gets away from some dogs in the most the fugitive angle.
Wait a second, sir. Did y'all forget about this? Number one, when you get taken to that room, when you get taken to the prison cell, and
that we forgot about that.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that.
That's
too.
what I said. The shot, the origin of the eye.
He gets again after counting freaking chambers, like counting cards. He goes, "All right, this is the moment." I'm pretty sure he did not plan that far of knocking into Ocelot. That Ocelot's arm would go in that direction and pop him, grazing his freaking eye.
Yeah. I remember the first time I saw that, I was really fucked up.
Well, that's what I was bringing up earlier about the secret origin of the boss missing his eye. I was like, that's how it happened? Huh.
I mean, it kind of makes sense.
Hey, I thought, again, it's the Nick Fury thing where you think it's something epic and it's like, oh, well.
I mean,
he saved... So Chris, you're telling me this was you?
What was the reason? I just explained.
I'll be honest with you, that was it. When the first time I watched it, I was like, because you're thinking it was going to be some like he's in a boss fight, he gets stabbed in the eye and survives and did some CQC shit.
Look, shot, nigga, shot. He got motherfucking slick Rick. That's it. Nothing.
D, stop.
What?
CJ, listen, sir. Not everybody can be Charles Xavier, push somebody away, attempt to save him, only to catch that bullet in the spine.
First off,
I still call bullshit.
First off, Charles Xavier
on that origin.
Charles Xavier got fucking speared in the fucking damn section in the comics, and it was like, oh, that's how you got paralyzed.
Yeah.
Did they find out that this nigga could like walk for the last 10 years and shit or something like that? Yeah.
No, what it was is okay. So in the Ultimate Comics, Charles Xavier got speared in the back, and that's why he can't walk. I think in the X-Men animated series, somehow his telepathy was tied to him couldn't walk, and I was like, well, that was weird.
That was stupid. Yeah, it was stupid.
Because remember him and Magneto in the Savage Lands is like, hey, I can walk because I don't have my powers. What? Your powers made you handicapped?
No. You know that's what Magneto was like for real, bro. You wanted them people who are handicapped. You wanted them. I don't have my powers now, nigga. If you don't get up and walk,
no, I swear to God, I laughed when Morph destroyed that machine, and all of a sudden Xavier's like, "I got my powers." Ah, shit.
You want to know something fucked up right now, Eris? I keep closing my eye on this. Keep closing my eye like this,
funny.
like it makes a difference. I'm doing this underneath, like anybody can see that shit.
No, but think about it.
I'm literally. Why am I closing my eye open? D, Jesus Christ. Anyway,
but check this out, gentlemen. Check this out. I know some of y'all did this, especially if you had the PS2 version. Save the game on a different, make a different save file. Load the game back up. All of a sudden, you're playing this nightmare game.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody in the chat? I know all y'all played the nightmare game in Metal Gear Solid 3. That nightmare game, according to Kojima, was supposed to be a whole new game. It was going to be they had an idea to make this game for Konami, but they just couldn't come up with a proper I guess like a proper design for it. There really is like no end goal or anything for it. You just kill a bunch of monsters and stuff.
Yeah.
Case in point in the Nightmare game. However, that was not originally supposed to be the game, the little bonus game that loads up like when you load up your that secondary save file. According to Kojima, he originally wanted you to play Gradius.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That was like a fact. Yeah.
Nah, me and they're jerking
Hey,
off
I
of
would have went for
Gradius.
Light Force, but whatever.
I mean,
Either
it was
way.
whether it was Gradius or Darius or like any of those light, like those the freaking side scroller shooters. He was gonna do that, but instead they ended up going for something more original by putting in the Nightmare game. And the best part is if you do that Nightmare, do the Nightmare portion, and talk to Sigget right after you do it.
Man,
Are y'all familiar with the shit story?
I woke up and it was a monster, a shit monster.
A shit monster.
I'm gonna tell you something. That sounds like an old nigga in the night that was born in the late 1930s. Talk about, man, it was a whole big ass pile of shit, bro. Yeah, man, I was out there last night, man. Man, me Jesse. There's always a black nigga named Jesse. Me Jesse, we was out there, right? Next thing I know, I don't know why he was in the dream snake. You listening, right? Anyway, so
listen. Especially at this point in the game, I gotta run this by you guys. Have y'all ever taken the time to sit and listen to every single codec conversation?
I
Not
tried.
really.
I have tried.
Okay.
Because every Metal Gear game I've ever had, I tried to do that.
Listen, let me tell y'all something. The codec conversations will make Snake sound like an idiot.
Yeah,
and
all of them.
Like this game in particular does such a great job of doing it because when you're on the phone with Paramedic, right? When you're on the codec call with Paramedic and you're asking her about these, about different animals that you come across, and whether you capture them or you've eaten them or you have yet to eat them, you start asking them certain questions. My favorite one though was the I think it was those mushrooms. It was either the mushrooms or the fireflies or whatever. The shit that glows, right? So like he captures it, and Snake legit believe that if he eats it, it would recharge his batteries for his thermal goggles and shit.
Yeah.
And so
I forgot about that dumb.
So when he has this conversation with Paramedic is like, yeah, Snake, that's pretty much what it does.
All right.
No. This guy's serious? Are you guys hearing this?
Dropped on his head. It's in his file. He was in a nuclear bomb, Paramedic. You have to understand that it's not all the way up there.
No, but it doesn't make any sense.
He's good to shoot.
How does he really?
He is good to shoot. You will let him shoot.
Major, how does he really believe that that's how that works? That is not how that works.
Okay, look. Again, we here at
and then Snake on the other. No, hold on. And Snake on the other end going.
So I can't eat it, right?
No, Paramedic.
You know that's what he like. I can eat it, right? I can't eat it, right?
Yes, Snake, you can eat it.
I'ma eat it.
The other bit, y'all. Snake when he called when he got on the call and he was talking about Paramedic, and it was either between Paramedic or Major Zero. One of them mentioned something about Paramedic, and he mentioned that Paramedic has what is it, like, not a condition, but like she has a nickname, and her nickname was Quack. Now this whole thing like pretty much like summed up where Snake said, because she never shuts up.
Wow. Snake, you were about to eat a poison frog. You need me to talk for your ass. You have proven that I need to talk for you.
And it's mostly, and you know, Snake pretty much gets to that point mostly because every time you call to talk to paramedic, if she's not telling you about something that you
You
came
see that
across in the
silhouette in the
game,
background go.
yeah. If you don't see like if it's not to talk about something that has to do with like with the mission, whether you caught an animal or you came across some firepower or whatever, she starts asking Snake about movies. Now take one look at Snake. Does Snake even look remotely like someone who spends his time going to movies?
Nope.
Yes. Take one
I
look at this man.
mean,
Does he watch John Wayne?
he'll like
I
John
don't know.
Wick. He would love John Wick.
Oh, he would absolutely love John Wick. But what I, you know, just to prove to you that Japan made this game, the very first time you call a paramedic and you want to save the game, very first question. Hey Snake, have you ever seen the movie Godzilla?
Now,
Must have missed that one.
okay. At first, I used to hate this. What I found out was
And they actually had pictures of Godzilla from the Gojira
the old,
movie.
you had to see. You saw Toho pictures junk at the end of the fucking credits of this shit. But the thing that gets me though is that as much as I thought, oh, this is just some shit the Japanese did, yada yada yada, woo, 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 I forget. We forget as Americans. Speed Racer and Godzilla opened up the door for Japanese entertainment in America.
Correct.
It wasn't the number one thing. Like Godzilla really didn't get popular until a little bit later in the 60s in America. But I'm gonna give her this much. That she's actually a full-fledged weeaboo in the mid 60s. I'm gonna give her this much. But it comes off corny. It does come off a big corny. But
no. If you really think about it, D, she really is, because number one, she said, "I've seen both the original Japanese and the American one. I highly recommend." He's like, when she says, "I highly recommend watching the original Japanese," I'm like, you
bullshit. This is America in the middle of the Red Scare. Ain't no fucking way we as Americans said, look at their version is the better version. Ain't no way. That's the crap I'm talking about here. Everything else I can let go.
And if I'm not mistaken, I do believe America. Number one, America didn't see. We didn't even get the American version of Gojira until 2 years after the original came out. And then the Raymond Burr version came out in 56, while the original came out in 54.
And for a lot of those Godzilla movies before they became popular towards the 70s, a lot of those movies, unless if you weren't in New York, LA, or maybe in Chicago, you didn't see that shit.
Correct.
You did not see that shit.
However, unless you were a Major Zero and you had enough pull where you can go to the freaking studio or Motion Picture Association and rent The Great Escape. This man actually went to the company and borrowed a copy of The Great Escape just so he can make sure to change his name to Major Zero instead of Major Tom.
Whatever.
My man said, I ordered a copy of the movie.
Whatever. I don't know what world these people will live in, but Kojima said it existed, so I believe it.
Yeah, but I say I really say all of that just to say, if you ever have time, number one, check out the Twitch channel Outer Heaven. They number one, they're like a 24-hour Metal Gear channel where
people playing Metal Gear Solid games.
Like they'll just be playing Metal Gear games left and right. And I remember one time I came across them where one of the guys was actually playing a game, but they were playing MGS3, but they were doing nothing but codec conversations. So they always made sure they got to like certain points in the game that gave them the extra conversations. Mm-hmm. And so I'm just sitting here listening to all this. I'm soaking in all of this greatness. I was like, wow, I forgot about this. That is hilarious. It's like when you go to that conversation back in MGS2 where Raiden slanders the hell out of Snake and Otacon says, look, Raiden, I'm sorry, but one other thing you got to know about Snake, he's right here. Oh, did he hear me? Yeah, he heard everything. You cut the snake with the greatest disapproving stare ever. Yeah, I'm gonna get back to the mission.
Yeah.
Jack had the same thing. He actually, and he said the exact same words. He said, I think after he said that paramedic never shuts up, and paramedic had that same sour look on her face. He said, "I'm gonna get back to the mission."
Yeah, nigga, do that. I'm gonna let you eat a poison.
The hell out of my damn
so,
face.
besides the stupidness of Johnny Sasaki's dad,
Great. No, I would say his
great
yeah,
grandfather.
great. I'm gonna say his great. I mean, no, his grandfather.
Yeah, besides his grandfather being there in the middle of Russia,
Playing a random Russian soldier.
rando soldier. So besides that, you get out there, and yes, Chris, like you said, it becomes freaking fugitive. You're running, dogs are after you. You got one eye, you can't see shit. You know what I mean? And
Snake
finally,
looking at Vulcan. I didn't kill my wife. Vulcan saying, "I don't care."
I'm about to say no,
Ocelot.
that was Ocelot.
That was Ocelot.
And he's like standing like look, this nigga's so pressed. He has the bullet around his neck. Clink. Puts it in there. Snake was like, "Here we go." No,
Like Snake. So when he does, first of all, when he he's in the Jesus pose and then leans back and and falls over. Were y'all like me? Jack, you should be dead.
No, Eric.
Look, I can see their parachutes. They're okay.
You asked for it.
Why would
I didn't want
think your lead character is
I did not want
somehow
to
absolved of I mean, come on. Why would you think he was going to die, sir?
I didn't say that he was gonna die. I'm just
He
saying
should be dead.
that's what I'm saying. Think realistically. You are jumping half a mile off of a freaking drainage pipe.
Called plot armor. He just got a little pneumonia.
I know that, Chris.
Little
I'm just saying if this was just
Little pneumonia.
Little pneumonia. He good. Walk it off.
No, never mind that. How about the fact that after you woke up from the Sorrow fight, you have that one chance of finding that, what is that thing called, a Shichinko?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, capture that. You'll never get another shot. No other chance of getting that damn thing. So get it.
All I'm saying is,
Because when you get to that fight, no bull crap. Hideo pretty much looks at the players and goes,
Did I just catch you having fun?
walking through a valley of dead people while Mr. Lover Man over here is just twitching midst
My man
doing all this shit.
When he says you will be killed by your own sons.
That killed me. That got me. He was like, no. He's like, he said, curse you, your son, and another son. I was like, holy crap, I love this. You gonna do every person you kill in the game shows up in there. It's cool. For me, it was a minute. It was a minute for me. I think
what I liked the most was really the beginning when he goes into his nice little monologue, like all boss characters do. They go into full monologue of my man was like, first of all, Snake pulls out his gun thinking, are you one of the Cobras? Sad. So sad. A host of sorrows. And you are one of them. I believe that was Dave Thomas, who was the voice of the Sorrow.
Not Wendy's Dave Thomas.
Not Wendy's Dave
I know.
Thomas.
Everybody says that. Everybody says that too. You don't
even though I think he was alive around that time.
I think it was like his last year alive, where he died a year prior or something like that. It was weird. It was around his same time.
But still, like when he said, now you will know the sorrow of those whose lives you've ended. And you start trudging through this damn water in the rain. And you're just seeing all of the, like, anyone you've ever killed, including the Cobra unit, they all show up. And you're just passing through every last one.
This motherfucker Sorrow goes, Ka me ha me. Now, what does that beam do to you? It takes out your energy. I don't know what else it does. That's about it.
And it also gives you that a full on scare, just of him screaming into the friggin' mic. You get a creepy image and the sorrow screaming. By the way, D, are you ready for this in Metal Gear Delta?
I think it will be better. I think a lot of this game, real quick, I think a lot of this game will be better just to see the graphic upgrade. Number one, that's really what everybody's here for. We just want to see how different the graphics look and all the rest of that shit. I don't know how much the improvement of the gameplay would be. That's my only question.
Yes, sir. This
But
game.
that being said, just from a visual standpoint, because we know that's going to be the upgrade, this scene is going to be incredible.
Like, visually, this thing is
This is going to
running-
be incredible, dog.
Like visually, this game is running on Delta will be running on Unreal Engine 5.
Yeah.
We're not running on the Fox engine. This is full on Unreal Engine 5.
Yeah. It's going to be a different feel. It might be a different feel to the game and all the rest of that because it said that.
Thank you, Brian. Yes, penance stare in fireball form. That is exactly what that was.
Thank you. The thing that gets me though is the end. The end of it is the thing that pisses me off the most. Because, and Eris, I don't think it was you.
I did. It was me.
It was
It was me because you called me and told me what happened, and I said, wait, D, why are you still dealing with this? Don't you know how to get out of it?
Nigga, what the fuck I gotta do?
I'll
You
never
told
forget.
me.
I'll never forget. We was in the car together, and I told you, I said, D, did you take the fake death pill? And when you said, wait, I'm supposed to use it. Yeah, you use the fake death pill, and then you revive yourself using the other thing. I'll never forget. You went, oh, honk.
There's a reason why. Here's the thing. It's because of this game I'm more patient with other video games. This is because of this game I actually could play Dark Souls before I threw my controller into the wall. But it's because of this game I have patience and I learn how to think stuff out and all the rest of that shit. Because for whatever reason, that never crossed my mind at the end of that jump to press R2, one of the triggers to show your inventory. Never crossed my mind a single second. Not 1 second. I hated it so much when I found that out, yeah.
Yeah, the fact that you gotta activate the fake death pill, that's how you wake up.
You hear a quick cutscene of what happened to the Sorrow. Boss,
you have to shoot me.
I mean, why I gotta shoot you though, Daddy? Because you have to. I don't want to. We just had a kid. It was like beautiful. We can have another one. You have radiation poisoning. What you trying to say? I'm poisonous? It's poisonous. See, I knew you cute. Thank you. Thank you. Can I shoot you now? Go ahead.
Don't be sad.
That way, probably didn't. But anyway, either way.
My man said, don't be sad. We'll see each other again someday.
We just gotta wait till, somebody shoots you in the fucking face like you doing right now. So finally,
wait. On some Breaking Bad shit. Don't worry, boss. I'll make sure I'll see you in the next pow.
Didn't even give it time.
Man got shot in the eye mid-sentence. And when you wake up, by the way.
I just think
when you wake up, Chris, if you remember going back to the beginning of the game, when you see when after Snake had healed himself, if you activate if you hit R1 and look to your immediate left for like a solid 2 seconds, you get to see the corpse of the Sorrow, or what remains of the Sorrow. And then they bring it up again just in case you missed it, because
they do. I don't know why they do that.
Well, it's because, let's be real, D, a lot of people never noticed it.
You know,
Like
here's the funny
a
thing.
lot of people never held the R1 button because there's so many times in this game that you hold the R1 button and you see something. Whether you see the sorrow, or you're seeing Eva's ass and titties, or you're seeing like where the end might be hiding. You know, shit like that.
The sun,
Yeah.
like you do, like yo, it like so. Go to a cave. Go to a cave to hide. Eva comes through that junk, wheeling in the motherfucking cave. Which I gotta say, bitch, how'd you get up here? Video game.
How'd you get a bike up here?
Because you can't.
Matter of fact, what ramp did you jump?
Exactly. This bitch, I like how this bitch gave this nigga his shit back, but he's eating a snake. And I'm like, yo, for real? We just staying with the motif here, snake? Really?
Want some? No, thank you.
Nah, I'm good. That's what she looked like.
I'm
I'm trying to fuck you, and eating snake is not going to be the way I want it.
I'm like, no, I'm good. This is it's like, huh? Like, didn't you have to eat them at the KGB? Sir, like, sir, when I was in the KGB, we got the good stuff. Italian, French, you know, all like different types, like all different types of cuisine. Too good to eat a snake, huh?
No, here's
Actually,
snake.
Wait. Actually, I wouldn't mind eating you.
Here's snake. No, here's snake right there.
1964 innuendo.
Here's snake though. He didn't say Russian on that motherfucker, so I'm gonna assume you think y'all food sucks, or you could be a spy. I'd be fucked up if you was, right? You all the way Russian.
Like, that's cool. That's cool.
Yo, of course we finally get, you know, her kissing him and all the rest of that. Now, she fucked up. She fucked up by mentioning the boss before she's trying to make out with this nigga. Cause she's all kissing on him. She's like, what's wrong? Stick like this. Man, you wasn't there in Miami with me when we was down.
One night in Miami.
You weren't there when she told me she was gonna be back, and I ain't see her yet. You wasn't there, yo. But finally, of course, you know. Oh, I do like it if you don't take out that transmitter out your fucking back. There's this weird Austin Powers scene where,
oh god, that was a good one.
Where she's trying to take out his back, and you see the shadow, and one shadow. Oh god, what was the first move? I forgot the first move they did.
So the first shadow, you're hearing
ding 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 ding.
You're hearing the freaking bell. They're over here wrestling and shit.
I forgot what they did, but the second time you see the shadow, she got this nigga in the fucking walls of Jericho, just pulling this nigga back. The third time, they know D was watching. Both of them spinning in circles,
frolicking and shit.
I'm like, thank you. And the whole time they're saying innuendo, like, how's it in there? Like, I don't know how I get up there. Shit like that.
I can't believe how small it is. Yeah, but it gets the
job
done.
Yeah,
and it's like, hold still. No, here, let me do it. Move your hips like this. The best part is, like, you see, I think she's about to put this nigga in the figure four. All of a sudden, she's like, hold still. I almost got it. Cling! There. A transmitter. Interesting. But how did you know there was a transmitter in there? Woman's intuition. That's some intuition of yours. Oh, wait. Hold up. Best one. Best line ever. How did you know to get it out of there? Oh, would you rather I've done it American style?
Hey Eva, you saw the boss shoot him in the ass.
Nothing.
Anyway,
I'm still, you know, the fact that she said, "There's something I noticed about your body." Oh, it's so hard.
Can we move off this? That had to be the most stupidest damn scene
I
ever,
enjoyed every second of this shit because of the absurdity of it, Chris.
I've never eye rolled so hard, and I've eye rolled at plenty of things in Metal Gear Solid 4. This was just like, really?
I
have fun with this shit because it's Metal Gear.
The shit that D.I. rolled at was the fact that this bitch got back on that bike, fully dressed greens, going through that waterfall.
By the way, Snake did say it. You're gonna get wet again.
You're gonna get wet again. Too late.
Look,
I like you.
I just like that the last act of this game dares to go on way longer than it should have.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because this is actually the best part. We pretty much after that part with Snake and Eva, under the waterfall, we're pretty much
in the home
geared up. Like we're geared up to continue, pretty much to finish this game off. And like you said, it goes on way longer than necessary. Number one, you got to get back in the Groznygrad.
Get to Shagohod to plant the C4 before
C3,
fucking C3. C3.
C3.
You get the Vulcan boss fight, which the Vulcan boss fight itself is.
I like how that goes because Snake was rolling. Had all those like Snake. Like, oh shit. He looks up. You see Eve on the ground like this and shit.
Laid out.
The boss fight with Vulcan. You can't really fight him straight up. You can CQC him when he isn't full of juiced up electricity because yes, he charges himself on one of the was it one of the electrical outlets?
Yeah, it's like an electrical like an electric panel on the wall.
Your boy Chris is in the background telling you got like 10 minutes to go before everything blows up, which is hilarious.
And then you got Ocelot saying, "Hey, fight like a man, Vulcan."
Which Vulcan is like, that's cool, bro, but you getting these electric hands.
All right. I see what you're doing, bro. The thing that gets me also is that you have to have the hand out like that. So that you're coming in like that.
That was Vulcan the whole time fight fair.
So, what gets me though is that I'm sorry. Now all I see is Vulcan really doing that.
He's doing the cock.
I just see somebody to do the Mr. Pepe frog and just put the lines on them and stuff and the red shit on them and have bullets in there as he's like
the bullets. Anyway. There is one thing that happens in this fight that makes no sense to me. You throw on the
riding mask.
The riding mask.
He pauses.
Here goes Ivan. Hands and knees on the ground. Is it you? I'm like this. Okay. I know this is a game and we're just doing something to be funny.
Plot twist,
yada yada yada.
Sucks off
But here's
Snake, and that's how you end the boss fight.
I was just about to go there. Thank you, Chris.
No.
Thank you.
No.
No.
Let him finish.
Man. I swear, if you use teeth, it's over.
Right, Chris.
He looking at that hey, look, like Chris. Vulcan looking at that penis.
To double fisted.
Number one, pause on all of this.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm just saying, Chris. I'm more laughing at Chris. It was a fucking gesture. Like, God damn it, Chris.
Hey, with the town.
We're coming home for this one, y'all. We're coming home for this one. So,
No.
I'm bringing this bitch on home. So,
Wait. Number one, that fight is an interesting boss fight, but you actually end it really quick. If you know what you're doing.
I would tell you this much right here, Garris. If you beat the game, you got the Patriot, this thing is over in seconds. I'm not kidding you.
That health
All you have to do is just stand in one spot, watch him go to the cutscene, come back. Like, it's quick with any boss fight, but for some reason, this fight, real quick with the Patriot.
Which tells you something. Oh, this really ain't the end of the game. It really ain't the end, because when you get out, number one, the C3's been activated, shit starts blowing up, everybody's got to hightail it out of town, and that's when Snake runs into Eva. He's like, hey, the boss let me go. Okay. Let's
Also, look, here's Snake. Also, I'm going to ignore the fact that the boss and Ocelot had a section where they just looked at each other and nodded heads. I'm going to ignore that,
See, yeah, we're
thinking that
gonna
I'm the pawn in the situation. I'm going to ignore all this.
like, yeah, that seems like the best thing, the best course of operation. It's just to
Best thing.
ignore it. Now we did hold up. We did mention, by the way, prior to all this, the last boss you do fight from the Cobra unit again is the Fury. Like you guys said, probably the most you want to call it uninspired or boring boss fight?
Let me tell you something.
I mean, let's be real. You're fighting a freaking cosmonaut in the dark.
I just or look.
Hold up. You're fighting 1960s Firefly over here, okay?
He is not a bad. All right, as a boss fight, it's not bad. What I think pisses us all off is number one, that this nigga eats fucking bullets, and number two, even when you got a clear shot in his head, it's like, come the fuck on. And then the shit he does is just annoying. You know that one junk where he just flies around and you just see flames just pop up out of
when
nowhere?
he's like dropping flames.
Oh, I hate that one so much because for some reason, every single time, even if I do my best to dodge it, I'm like, come on, man. Whatever.
And that's the other thing. Snake gets burned, and you got to heal yourself from that too.
Yeah, we already talked about how that flame came on, and he was all alone.
Finally!
Bro, just the whole segment.
Yeah.
The whole segment of that whole flight line and the damn tank chasing after you and it's like
Harry. Let me first off, if to be really honest with you, Harry Gregson Williams, this whole game,
For this whole ankle on it.
especially this part of the game, that whole
bro,
is heart racing.
Snake is riding shotgun in the most badass way.
Yo,
In real life will have you killed after the first turn.
I like it because the one turn he takes, he stands up with it and leans. I love it.
I get it because you're supposed to keep the bike from flipping over. Makes sense.
Oh, I love it, man.
My man was drifting shotgun. He was drifting with the bike.
Now, when you're playing through the
Here come
scene,
your boy Ocelot with the rifle, with a standing jump. I got your ass. Damn it.
Ocelot's trying to do
Nigga
his.
got a butt for the motherfucking rifle, and I mean for the fucking revolver.
Yeah, of course.
Hey, Eris, you know what I was saying to myself? The Russians got money. See, the Russians got money. The Russians had the right idea in that armory.
Bro.
Somebody was gonna want that shit. And
You get unlimited ammo playing as Snake, so your weapon of choice, if you've been collecting all the guns, you can go ham and hard to paint on any weapon, including grenades.
I personally, my favorite one to always use was the one from Rambo First Blood Part 2 because you actually hear Snake go.
My favorite one in that scene, to be honest with you, is so reliable, Mr. RPG. I was having fun.
I think the best one.
Click.
Trank gun on the motorcyclist guy because you just see the bike just
lean over.
Tranking look, yes, shooting I like it because even if you shoot the guy, you see the guy in the sidecar freaking out, flip over.
I would like to believe Uncharted got inspired by that.
Yo, but you want to know what I would give it up? I give it up to the Russians. Y'all never made no car, but y'all put a V18 inside of that freaking Shagohard, bruh. Good
several.
Lord.
They put several motors.
I know it's rockets. Shut up, somebody. I know it's rockets. I said V18 to be funny, but yes.
First of all, when you heard how this this machine is supposed to go. When Sokolov first said that this thing needs an entire runway in order for it to be used properly. Now let's think about this. Now let's say this is Shadow Moses, if you will. Mm-hmm. And instead of Metal Gear Rex, where it could just be stationary as a bipedal robot and fire a freaking nuke using that rail cannon, right?
This thing works like a fucking javelin.
in the case of, and you're right. In the case of the freaking Shagohod needs a whole ass runway in order for it to launch whatever nuke it needs to launch at any target on the on the planet.
I think it's insane because like I don't know how that that works. Like so it like I get the going 200 miles per hour straight down that runway to hit that brake for that thing to shoot out like that. But does it give it that much fucking force to go? I guess I don't.
No, but that's what I was wanting to know. Like, you mean to tell me that this thing can fly? It can fire off a nuke completely undetected, and it can hit anything again completely undetected. Yeah, y'all, destroy that, please. Get it out of here. But I was with Grannon. Guys, this is stupid. This is stupid. This design, all of this is stupid.
Why are we using all of this road?
Like,
come on, we are rushing. You don't
put a machine like this on rocket boosters. Take a look at
this. You can't sit there and get away from me and just like
take a look at these nice shoes. No, you idiot. Legs. Put a robot on a pair of legs.
My man sat there and hit the boosters and zoomed past it, even to the point that Ocelot was like, oh shit.
Look, Ocelot was on his bike like, I'm gonna get these. Oh shit, that nigga about to turn that joke on. Cause I know he heard the like, what the hell? All you saw was that flame. Ah!
Thank you, Brian. What if the target was in the other direction?
All right, back up. Imagine the Shagohod.
No, more like turn it around. You got to turn around and then go in the other.
Gotta be honest with you, the funniest sequence ever, though, you're shooting the C3 on the bridge, waiting for the Shagohod to get on it, just for the Shagohod to be like, "Oh, you really thought that was going to destroy me?" And he's just coming up the mountainside,
I was mad because my stupid ass really thought it was it. I really thought it was it right there.
No, here's the dumb part, Chris. And I gotta ask both of y'all this: how does a machine roar?
In the Metal Gear universe, every machine roars. Duh.
Even when it was doing this.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, why is this thing roaring? Where is its mouth?
Where's the speakers at?
Man. Oh, there were speakers. There were definitely speakers around it, but
no. Errors. I'm sorry. Speakers around it. Was there a whole Alpine system on the side of that shit, nigga?
Probably.
Like, how in the world did that work?
I just find it.
No, but 1960s, nigga.
What I like is that the bridge gets blown off, right? And you see this thing struggling to get back up on solid ground. Not knowing that, all I gotta do is detach my freaking cargo space like Optimus Prime and launch myself off.
The only thing that was missing was Sam Elliott going, the 1967 Shadow. The most dependable tank.
You either believe that or my curly mustache is lying to you.
I know you want real power with your tank. We're gonna show you real power with a tank.
Now here's the
thing. Granite Research Facility. Always moving.
In a move,
always moving forward.
In a move forward always. But in the move that will probably have Armstrong blushing if you looked into the past. I like how Vulcan was like, all right, you think you defeat Shadowhog? Punches the fucking thing, combines the shit into him, and now all of a sudden he can power the Shagohod with his electricity.
And now D has a question. All right, so where does his electrical powers come from? Is he a mutant? Was he like a metahuman? Where did that come from, bro?
Number one, Kenwood. Number one,
first off, it's Russian, so it's going to be knockoff Kenwood. Second of all,
Brian Wood.
Kirkland brand speakers. Kirkland brand speakers, baby.
No, but okay, to answer your question, number one, he said it himself, gentlemen. My body carries an electric charge of 10 million volts.
10 million volts? 10 million volts?
I just feel like we've seen goofier shit in Metal Gear, so I accept it.
True. But when he says, like, I just hear him say, like, I have a carrier of 10 million volts. I just see fucking Slocolo. Yeah. That's the right number.
Yeah. Snake after beating him.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Okay.
Okay?
Are you?
Absolutely.
Hey, Snake. Neither are you, nigga, because you ain't the one that put him down. That was God. God with the bolt of lightning struck nigga and fried.
But hold on though. Snake will retort, say, first off, through God, all things are possible. I won this.
Shut up.
Second of all,
Shut up.
first off, Chris,
You shut your whore
does
mouth.
this man
right
look
now.
like he's Christian to you?
Possibly.
Or actually, you know what? Yeah, 1960s white guy. Yeah, he might be fully Christian.
No, sir. See, first of all, Snake, given his age right at this point, Snake was born sometime in the 1930s.
30s, got to be late 30s.
He was born sometime in the 1930s. He is a white man from the 1930s. Number one, he's racist.
So Christian, gotcha.
There you go.
White
there you
Christian.
go. Conservative.
Wow.
Conservative.
Wow.
White
Hey, look. Hey,
This sucks, man.
look. Listen, sir. Same thing applies to Captain America. That nigga was born. He was born in the 1920s. You were a white man from the 1920s. You know he racist.
This ain't like Austin Powers where he fell asleep and there were a couple of black people walking around being free. This is different. When Steve look. We all love Steve Rogers. We know he's a good guy. His first 2 months, he said nigga uncontrollably. If you don't give me the N-word, you're gonna have to give me colored. You're gonna have to give me colored. He definitely said that. If nothing else, he said
You know for a fact when that man went running around the freaking reflecting pool in DC, he said, "Listen, I refuse to let a Negro outrun me."
I don't understand none of this.
So
when the black people learn how to run, he said that.
He decided to blaze past freaking Sam Wilson. Like, no, sir.
Hey, Jesse Owens, stay in your place.
You weren't even. You were
said that, Chris. He said that, Chris. You know he did.
I'm like,
he did. Hey, Chris, if I have to admit that Naked Snake and probably Solid Snake are racist, you're gonna have to admit that.
Nah, not Solid Snake.
Let me tell you something.
First of all, Solid Snake is a Gen Xer. Okay, he was born in the 70s.
That don't mean nothing, nigga. That really don't mean nothing.
Really don't mean anything.
That actually makes it more likely.
No. See, I give Solid Snake and Liquid, both of them 50-50 compared to Big Boss.
Okay.
Don't let Liquid Snake helping black child soldiers fool you into thinking that he's some sort of ally here. All right.
First of all, he ruled them, sir.
I'm sorry.
Pure racism.
A white
here.
man ruled African children.
Go sit there and say Liquid is 50-50. That dude is 100% racist. What are you talking about?
Okay, hang on.
He supported apartheid. What are you talking about?
I got to be real with you.
But wait a minute.
Liquid looked like he
whoa, wait.
He supported the shit out of
No. Wait a minute.
Fuck Nelson Mandela.
No,
You know
wait a minute. Stop it, both of you. Metal Gear Solid 1. Liquid Snake was an equal opportunity employer because he had a multiracial cast.
Yo, Giant and Shaman, my bad.
Eris. I got the good ones. You think I would get the non-functional coloreds? Do you really? You know he said that. The non-functional coloreds. He said that.
Listen, he was a man about a mission, okay? He stood on business.
Yeah, well, he ain't Jack Bauer. He actually isn't saving those kids. He ruled over those kids, as you said. So no.
Yeah, he did. Hey, but CJ, at the end of the day, never be game over.
Hey, taking over all them African kids, and he was out there with him and Ocelot out there in Africa.
Look at us. Hey, look at us. Look at us. Huh? Who would have thought? Not me.
So true.
Oh god.
Yeah, you're right.
Meanwhile,
because Naked Snake at this point, he's definitely in his 40s.
Meanwhile, Alicon's dead.
But you got to have vision.
As they threw him and his fucking
Chris,
legs into the fucking boat.
Chris, I mean it, and I really mean it. So I do not have to, like, I don't know when we get into 5, y'all, but we are going to park the car on the fucking dumpster fire that is Mr. Emmerich. What's his name? Not Harold Emmerich. What's his first name? What was his name? What was his name in that one? Oh God,
Huey.
Huey. I was about to say Halligan.
That dude was a
We're
dumpster
going to
fire.
park the bus on that nigga's everything. I did it. I did.
There is so much of that game that never got to see the light of day that I know about, and I'm glad I still retain that.
Sorry, Huey, you can't function. You gotta throw them legs off that boat, or you're gonna.
Or else that boat's gonna freaking sink.
My legs. They threw my leg. Who threw them? The Master
He
Miller.
did.
He did.
He did because he got put on the boat. The boat started sinking, and he had no choice but to dump his legs.
Hey, Master Miller was sitting there like, "Come on, buddy, you about to drown." Come on.
No, Master Miller, look at it.
What's up, baby? Talk that shit now.
Hey, to be fair, my man lost a leg and an arm. I'd be like, yo, fuck that nigga too. So
nah, but
I'm just saying, man.
Listen, Kaz was on anybody can get it mode throughout all of Phantom Pain. But again, we'll talk about that.
But that being said, though, for real, with all that though, Eris, we see how this nigga chased this motherfucker down. Did all that shit with the Shacklehard just for Jesus to drop a fucking elbow on that nigga.
You blew it. You had it all and you blew it.
You could have killed that nigga in the prison.
But wait, there's more kids.
You had a chance.
Even after that death and everything, shit, Ava and Snake are still getting chased by the Johnny Quest hovercraft.
Bro, the hoverboards and the bikes. Still chasing after him.
And also you have to kind of watch out for, oh shit, log.
I'm like, these fools are still chasing us. This shit is still going.
Oh, you get into a wreck and you have to walk with Eva with you in the woods.
Injured Eva.
All right, let me tell you something. First off, flying off that bike, I'm like, oh shit, what now? And I really said that, oh shit, what now? I still got more of this to play. And we enter the part where I think a lot of people will agree. I hate this part of the game. This stopover before you fight the boss. Okay, while from a sneaking and going through the woods collecting shit type of way, yeah, it gives you another stage to do that right before the end, but it feels so unnecessary to me, huh?
Nah, it does.
And then you gotta wait for Blondie over here.
You know what? You know, of course, because I always got to see some crazy shit. I always enjoyed knowing that whenever Eva is like quote unquote knocked out from her injury, if you if you call her on codec, you get to hear it's not sus, but ooh, Eva, what is on your mind?
Is this the one where she's like calling for the boss or something like that?
No, I'm talking about when you got to walk with her through.
Yeah, I know, but ain't that when she sleeps, she's like moaning for the boss?
Either the boss or even Snake.
Yeah, I know that. I know Snake.
Yeah. She has some stuff on her mind. So
it's so funny with Eve. Eva is a pure fucking spy because her whole mission is to get close to Snake to have him. It's log, it's big, it's heavy, it's wood. It's log, it's better than bad, it's good. Everyone wants a log, you gotta have it, log. Everyone wants a log. John K. raped a girl, several girls, and the age he groomed them. Anyway,
bro, I just think that whole
log from Blammo.
Anyway,
I will say this.
No, the shit that pissed me off was you get to the field, you get to the wig. Eva, who's been looks up. Oh shit, there it is.
Yep, miraculously healed.
So and she's like, so Snake, we gotta. Oh yeah,
gotta fight the boss.
Yeah, about that. So we can just like leave, nigga. We don't have to stay. Oh yeah, you take care of it. You take care of it. That's exactly how
I
that.
mean, even if they were to just take off, the whole mission would have been for nothing because
Of course, duh.
Snake has to. You have no choice. You have to take out the boss.
Mhm.
And
Otherwise,
even for Eve's sake, you shouldn't even be going
otherwise,
through
the
it.
whole world goes into an entire world war.
And a part of me is like the boss is like this. I really thought he was going to stop me. Well, so I'm the Doombringer. Okay, here we go.
Yep.
I
And
mean,
and which is crazy because it has to be done that way. A bullet to the boss's head is going to prevent an entire world war. And what sucks is that the boss can't kill herself.
Now, here's the thing. The boss. Now, as you about to go over there to the boss, all of a sudden, does somebody just blow something else up over there? And
Yep.
you see the boss over there with the David Crocker in here. Yeah, I know. War's a bitch, ain't it, baby? Look at it.
Life's end. When she said life's end,
No
isn't it,
law.
isn't it beautiful? It's almost tragic.
The thing that gets me about her is that I understand what her mission was. I get the whole reason why she did it. It was very hero fall on the sword type shit. I understand it. You know what I mean? And the real thing I will give Kojima is this: that oftentimes in war, there are stories. I wouldn't say on the level of the world's going to end, but there are stories where soldiers defect against the country in order to get the country, in order for the country to have a leg up on the other and shit like that. Or there are soldiers who truly believe in the shit that they believe. Good example, like fuck, a weird good example of that. You remember that dude that started shooting up over at the Naval Academy a couple few years ago? That
mhm.
went out with a blaze of glory for a fucking reason. Like I hate what's going on in the
I
military,
think with
what we're doing, and all the rest of that shit. Yeah, nigga look crazy trying to kill people doing it, but it's like we
the
get
boss,
stories like this all the time from different soldiers. That's not in America, but
but with
everywhere else.
but with what the boss did, it was a situation where the U.S. government could have easily
Could have easily.
they could have easily like basically been like, all right, we're gonna kind of revamp this, and instead they were just like, well, we'll leave it to you, boss, do whatever you want. And she did it in the most extreme way, just so that it's kind of like she fell on the sword for the U.S. government, and then by the end of the game, the U.S. government did the old she gets a
U.S. government shit.
she gets U.S. government recognized for it. And Snake, who is the new the boss now, he's sitting back like, this some bullshit. I just killed my mentor because you guys, I'm not gonna say they fucked up, but like y'all couldn't even do the right thing about this, and now you want to give her the Silver Star Award and all this. It's like,
And the
yo,
shit that get me is, and it was emphasized by her that really gets me. She like, finish the mission, fucking kill me, nigga. You know what I mean? It was like, it was on that level, man. And Snake really had to, as a boss fight, it's not the most difficult boss fight you will have to go through, but it is one of those fights where it's like, this bitch will fucking catch you sleeping.
Number
She
one,
will definitely catch you sleeping.
number one, much like fighting Liquid on top of a destroyed Metal Gear, you have exactly 10 minutes to fight her. 10 minutes to take her down.
or they bomb the place, or they bomb the whole thing. There is a
I don't
cutscene
think
that if you
I
take too
think I
long,
did.
I
Just
never
to see
got it.
what happened, but I don't remember.
No,
I never
no,
got it.
no. No. Wait. So basically, if you don't kill her within 10 minutes, she'll say, "This is the end."
And
Migs show up and bomb the hell out of the place and kill both of you.
And there's a second now. There's also a second game over. You get sort of a time paradox because when you and Ocelot have a little bit of a showdown on the plane with the
Oh
guns,
yeah.
you shoot Ocelot. Oh, game over because it's a
time
time
paradox.
paradox.
There was the time paradox was one of the funniest things in this game, because when you do it and you actually see it says, you'll see the thing go say Snake is dead, the time paradox.
Mm-hmm.
I used to like it with some things because, like, Snake, you hear fucking Colonel Campbell, Snake, you created a time paradox. It is actually kind of very funny. It's
Again,
when it
I
happens,
love
man.
it when I love when the game is like is talking to the gamer. Like when the game is actually talking to the player and saying stuff like, "Dude, you created a time paradox. You can't do this. You can't kill Ocelot because obvious at this point, you know, he's supposed to be alive."
It's the no Russian shit where if you try to kill one of your comrades, they just automatically kill you, and it's like, well, that's some bullshit. But I get it because the game is forcing you to go through no Russian, and it's like, yes.
But
And
no, I just wanted to mention the like the whole boss fight with the boss. Number one is cool as shit because if you have the snow camo, it makes her hard to. Well, it actually becomes difficult for her to find you.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you like crouch, if you crouch down in the middle of the of the freaking flowers and the grass and shit, and you blend in. She was like, "Where are you?" And I'm like, "Oh, this is great. She can't find me."
I did get up and like CQC their ass from behind doing that shit. It was great because all you did is literally grabbing her by the shoulder and just slamming her back like, "Yeah, bitch, what?" There is a little Easter egg where you get 3 different snakes around there: solid, liquid, and solidus.
Yep.
Is there a 4th one, or is this 3 of them?
It's just those 3.
It's 3.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Yeah. Solid, liquid, and solidus, and then when you finally take her out, that's when this is when it gets to like the deepest part of the game where it's going to hit you, where you have no choice but to shoot her. And she says the line, "There's only room for one boss and one snake." And the fact that the game waits for you to press the button to pull the trigger.
I mean, the widescreen bars disappear. All you see is beautiful flowers just wave, and it's just waiting for you to.
It's just waiting for you to do it. You have to be the one to do it. So then when you do it, it shows the cutscene again, and then when you see the boss's horse, you gotta hold that R1 button, and then you see both the Sorrow and the boss standing together just seconds before they disappear.
Personally, if it was me and my lover, we'd be butt naked already fucking in the afterlife. Like look, we ain't wasting time, nigga.
No, you know what? Hey, wait, no, this for you, Chris. Hey, CJ, this for you. So when Snake turns and sees both the boss and the Sorrow, does that mean Snake's a new type?
I mean, just do that.
Done.
I'm just saying, is he a new type because he's seeing? You know,
I mean, at this point, we seen what the dude can do. At this point, I mean, hey, probably.
So just to go through this, like I said, you get on the wig, everything's all good. You fly off. Oh shit! Like all of a sudden, oh shit, who's still in here? Like you find out that Ocelot's on there. He does the whole little.
Also shows up on the freaking Johnny Quest hovercraft.
The motherfucker like, nah, motherfucker, we doing this shit. The motherfucker hops off
ain't
the joke.
done yet.
Motherfucker hops off the joke. Couple of days like, all right, hold on real quick, man. All right, I had a run over here. All right, so we're doing this right. One bullet in it, like one bullet's in it. Ready? Look
after
what I'm doing.
Hold up, after CQC Fest first.
Oh no bullshit, yeah.
That was such a good fight on that damn wig.
I laughed like a motherfucker though when you start shuffling the guns around because technically, God, I forgot which side was the right one. I forgot which one was the right one, but you can follow the one that actually got the bullet in it. It's very easy to follow that shit. I forgot which one was the left one or the right one, but it's one of those things where you just have to kind of pay attention to, like, which one going to which one going there, flip, turn them around. He does like cross them behind his back, and it's weird. Whatever. You do it. You take out the guns. Now you get 2 different ones. One where you shoot and you miss them. One where you shoot and you kill them, and one I like is the gangster one, where you don't pull the trigger at all. Where you just stand there, he's over there, click, 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 click. He's like, why didn't you shoot me? And Snake is just sitting there smiling at him like, all right. He's like, Like, I like you. It was like one of those things like,
I see
like
value in you.
I like you, man.
I mean, when
But-
I remember when if Ocelot wins, he's like, "Ha! It's a blank."
Yeah, I forgot about that one. Yeah, he did do that. It's a blank. And that's when also you get your real names too, where he was like, "My name is," he said, "I'm a Dipska."
My name, yeah, Dempska. Because I like when you asked him, "What's your name?" And he's like, "It's Snake." No, not that one. What's your real name? You're not a snake, and I'm not an ocelot. We're men with names. Fine, John.
Men. John.
It's like,
Yeah,
all right
well-
then, John.
I like how that motherfucker hopped up that plane. It just straight up. I like how he did that. You just see his ass just rolling on top of the
My
motherfucking
man
water.
leaped out of the freaking big and hit that tuck and roll across the water.
Then we get two false finishes where all of a sudden, Snake, I can't pull up. You pull up. Ah, we made it. Oh no, the MiGs are here. Ah. And then you find, and then the MiGs fly off. And you're like, was that? Is that I think it is? Was that Khrushchev? And you call up Major Zero. Zero's
Like, yeah,
all
like,
happy.
maybe
and
that was Khrushchev feeling like he owed us a favor.
But I think the two things, as I mentioned earlier, though, Snake having that begrudging look when they give him the Distinguished Medal of Honor and shit, and just everything, basically dragging his mentor. Like, hey, you had to kill your mentor there, Snake. How does it feel? And it's like, whoa, hey,
in the head. I like. Here's the other thing, though, guys. We all had sex before. Anyway,
but then on top of that,
we all had the sex.
They
but I
were
got a
given.
question.
First of all, the man was given a vehicle and a trip over to a log cabin in the woods.
We're just gonna let you and the female agent sit here and have sexual tension. We're just gonna leave, okay? See, United States government. All right.
Here's the kicker, though, too.
They have full on sex, and I got to say, PS2 graphics are PS2 graphics. Not going into that why, but there you go.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be even more ridiculous when Delta drops.
Oh my god! I bet it's a full-fledged titty. I mean,
Skinemax.
At least side boob, but
Slight, just slight gropage, but
you know what?
yes.
But enough for me to go like this. These graphics are incredible. I know. Yes.
Unreal Engine.
Unreal Engine. See, if this was the Fox engine, the boobs would jiggle a little bit more, but it'd be fake though. You know what I mean?
Seen Death Stranding. Cinema.
Shut up, Chris. Shut up. Go home. Stay home. Read a book. Don't stop. Anyway.
Say it. But nah, like, okay, so one of the things that gets revealed. Number one, Eva takes the microfilm. So you're like, oh shit, she stole the microfilm. Ocelot's like, yeah, what she stole was the fake. So America has half and KGB has a half. Oh, guess what? By the way, I'm Adam.
Mm-hmm.
But
You're
what
like,
gets
no one knew that I was Adam. And in fact, that I've been triple crossing
them the entire time.
Thus set in stone of why Ocelot isn't to be trusted and why everything in Metal Gear Solid 2 makes sense now, because he is such a triple crosser.
Yeah.
What you find? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. We have Snake. I'm sorry, John, to thank for that. The Shagohod has been reduced to ashes.
That is literally what the U.S. government told Snake. You got the juice now.
And Snake wanted no part of that because, come on, man. First of all, when you take that long ass walk to Arlington Cemetery, and you find the boss's tombstone, and you gotta give that salute, like.
Gave her that Denzel one tear from glory.
Bro, my man knows now that he is Big Boss, but at the same time, this man has become so disconnected,
disillusioned,
just disillusioned and disconnected with everything. Like, bro, I had to kill the one person that I cared about most in my life just to cover up a lie.
Living in America.
In the words of Slim Charles from The Wire, but we gotta stand on that lie.
See, and this is what would lead Snake to.
Thank you, Chris.
And this is what
exactly what the U.S. government told Snake. You gotta stand on that lie.
I hate y'all.
Freedom, nigga.
This is what leads Snake into the next 10 years of him growing his own private army.
Oh yeah. PMCs, you know, Master Miller over there with one arm and one leg saying,
"No, not yet, not yet, sir." This is when it goes into we go into Metal Gear Peace
Walker.
You gotta think about it. You chilling in motherfucking Russia one day. Oh my God, John, what are you doing here? You trying to go out to the desert? Am I?
Get in, loser. We're making a PMC.
Oh man, can I bring my revolvers? No, I'm kidding. Bring all your revolvers.
Bring all of them. It's crazy.
Come on. Hey, I got a couple kids over there. This one kid got never game over. What the fuck is a game over? I don't understand this shit, man. You and your fucking children.
See, I was trying to remember where exactly does Ocelot come in again, because he just showed up out of nowhere in Phantom Pain.
No, I thought he popped up in Peace Walker.
No, he wasn't in Peace Walker.
He wasn't in Peace Walker.
Yeah, I know. He wasn't in that.
Because remember, Peace Walker took place, I want to say, 72? Yeah, it took place in, I want to say 1972.
Or the 70s. One of them.
It was definitely, it was early 70s. Out of Peace Walker. Yeah, Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker takes 74, Costa Rica. So, okay, so Peace Walker takes place like literally all the events of Peace Walker takes place like right before Ground Zeroes and Phantom Pain.
Mm-hmm.
Or if anything, takes place before Ground Zeroes. But go ahead, Chris.
Well, there was also the other thing. I think the other thing too, there was a foul. That's what it was. In Peace Walker, you find out that Ocelot was kind of keeping tabs on what Snake was doing, forming his own PMC group, which is why I like when you get to the Phantom Pain, him popping up was planned, because it was kind of like, well, I'll keep tabs on them until I'm needed. Hence why he pops up in, like you said, when he comes out the blue in the Phantom Pain, you're like, where the hell was Ocelot the whole time? Jesus.
Right.
Man, that's my nigga from Russia, man. Let him in real quick, bro.
I was gonna say, I'm trying to remember Portable Ops.
I never touched Portable Ops. That's the weird part.
It's technically canon.
Because Portable Ops was it after Peace Walker?
It was after.
No, it was after 3. Yeah, it was after.
So it's Portable Ops, then Peace Walker.
Mm-hmm. It's technically canon.
Yeah, technically it is canon.
It is. But Ocelot wasn't really in Portable Ops to that degree.
No, he wasn't.
So, but it's just, but like I said, with 3, I think what's interesting is that in Metal Gear franchises and stuff, if you had a PSP and you kept up with the storyline afterwards, playing Portable Ops and Peace Walker, you kind of get an understanding of what led to Ground Zeroes and Phantom Pain. Because otherwise you're kind of like, well, what the hell happened? And you got to go to YouTube and look at shit in order to figure out what happened.
That's probably gonna be me when we go into 5. We're gonna be mentioning those two, but you know, like I just want to be able to be me.
Now hold on. Actually, need to correct you. Technically, it's I want to say it's half and half, because Portable Ops takes place in 1970, so it's like 6 whole years after Metal Gear 3, right? But when Kojima turned around and retconned that when he made Portable Ops, because it was called the first canon game in the Metal Gear saga. First canon game following Metal Gear Solid 3. So it's like it's there because, you know, we all know that Peace Walker takes place 4 years. 4 years after Portable Ops. And it said that 4 years after Portable Ops, but technically it doesn't count in this canon. Peace Walker
so Portable Ops is it? But Portable Ops is.
Portable Ops was supposed to be, it was canon until Peace Walker was made.
Oh, okay, I got you.
When Peace Walker was made, that game was no longer canon.
Now, I will say this about 3. Besides the main game, one of the biggest things for 3 was at the time, PlayStation, just like with the Dreamcast, they were functioning with the network and being able to go online, and you had Metal Gear Online. Now, I remember playing a little bit of it and such, because I ended up kind of coming late to the game on having it. Metal Gear Online on Metal Gear Solid 3 was actually fun to play. It was definitely fun to play.
I never got to play none of the Metal Gears Online, man. I always wanted to.
Japanese servers were pretty busy.
I took advantage. I took advantage of using the online function to download the extra camos.
I think I remember you showing me one of them.
There were extra camos available if you had your PlayStation connected to the network and you went on Metal Gear Online. I think there was like 3.
Yeah. And I think you had Metal Gear Solid Subsistence. I think Sue mentioned it, where there was extras on it. It was a lot of extras on that. And I think that was the one where it was like a Snake versus Monkeys on that one.
Snake versus Monkey was so much fun in Subsistence, and I'm so mad that you can only play it, I think, on PS. Yeah, if you got a PS2 or PS3, you can still play it. But
because that like a part of Ape Escape or something like that.
Yeah, it's from Ape Escape.
Yeah, and that's the reason why, because that was like Sony exclusive. Because I remember that same name. Because if you got Ape Escape, you can play. I think it was either Ape Escape 1 or 2, but that one there was a mode where you could play as Snake.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
I remember that, man. That was kind of fun.
Also, Snake Eater 3DS.
Yay. There were some things that was kind of cool.
It was competent for a port.
Yeah,
really. They had it on. 3DS.
It was on the 3DS.
It was competent and playable. It was definitely different because it's a 3DS, so you're kind of losing some. You're losing certain maneuverabilities compared to like the PSP, right? So, they somehow made it work. God bless the people that developed it, because Jesus, and then you had the HD edition, obviously, and then now you have Delta dropping for it, which that's going to be interesting how Delta pans out. And
we said it before that Hideo always needed somebody else to come in here and direct his shit, not let it be him, let it be under somebody else's tutelage, not tutelage, but watch. And will it be better? I'm hoping it is.
I mean,
it looks promising enough. But we know where the pitfalls come at. You know what I mean?
You're using I don't think they're changing anything from the story.
I don't think they should.
It's just a fresh.
It ain't. That's what I'm saying. I'm not worried about the story, and I'm not worried about the graphics. I'm not even worried about the voice acting.
Gameplay is where I'm like,
exactly.
Is it going to be stupid broken like Twin Snakes was, or
from what I can gather, number one, all the audio is going to be completely uncompressed, cleaned up, and presented in its original form. So no need to worry about overpaid celebrities coming in and doing the voice work. You don't have to worry about that. We don't have to worry so much about
because even the boss has "let's get some known actor" written all over that.
Oh no, I just meant for Snake, because let's.
Oh, I don't look. You saying for Snake too, but I'm just saying.
I mean, because let's be real. Let's be real. David Hayter has never really let that go. He has always felt some type of way about what Konami did by cutting him out of voicing Snake in Phantom Pain and Ground Zeroes. What's funny is that's the one Metal Gear game, 2 Metal Gear games, mind you, where Snake barely talked.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, but still, it needs to happen. But he's one of them. I'm with David on it.
It's
Why
like,
the
dude,
fuck not am I on it?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, dude, that voice is me. Yeah, it's quote unquote dated, or it's from a long time ago. But people love that voice. I have taken that character and made it my own.
And I think when you do old Snake, it kind of kills that whole argument. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it does.
As much as I wanted to give it to Kiefer Sutherland of being like, hey, let it give it to Kiefer, the only thing I will let it go on there is that really wasn't Big Boss.
It wasn't him.
And I'm kind of fine with it in that way, but still,
But hang on. But it was Kiefer Sutherland during the raid when Zoft and Skullface came in and started bombing and killing everybody at Mother Base. That was Kiefer Sutherland. Ah! That was him. That was not David Hayter. So
shout out to that one person.
And then, of course, when he listens to that freaking tape and he hears you're a big boss, and so am I. I'm like, You really are doing this.
You had a chance, and shout out to this person that did it. You know the scene where you getting out the hospital and you're pretty much talking to Big Boss.
Yes, that one.
Somebody, and I don't know if it was actually David Hayter that did it, but they got David Hayter's voice for that part.
Oh, someone used some AI.
I don't know if it was AI, whatever it was, man. But I was like, that's the way it should have been.
Or it might have been
That's the way it should have been.
Yeah, or it might have been like he just did the audio over like a video or some shit.
And that's what I'm thinking. That David was like, "Fuck y'all, I can do this shit."
Yeah, hookers over here.
I'm gonna do like, yeah, hookers and blackjack.
But all in all, this I would say this is probably my second favorite Metal Gear. Like story wise, this is my second favorite Metal Gear game. Aside from the first one, Metal Gear Solid 1 will forever be the GOAT.
This is my first one. This is my number one for gameplay. My number one for soundtrack. I'd like the retarded one more when it comes for storyline because Hideo painstakingly went through everything, and I should hate it because it's a terrible story. I am fascinated by Metal Gear 4 and how much of a train wreck but orgasm bust it is. Ooh. But Metal Gear 3 for me is the number one, period. This is the number one. Just all around, it's the number one. 4 only beats everybody in graphics to me. You know what I mean?
4. I mean, look, it's
4 only wins in graphics.
I say all the time.
I
think it's kind of interesting because it's like I always sit back and ask myself, what it could have been if 3 actually hit the PlayStation 3. Like how much of a difference would it have made in terms of like where would 4 be at?
Quite a bit.
Where would 4 be at on like the plate? Would they have pushed that to the PlayStation 4? Would they still kept it as like the last of the place? That kind of thing and stuff. Because it's like I said, with Delta coming out, it is interesting because that's where we're at right now in this gaming sphere is remakes of older games, and how can we like I said, we got RE4 remake, and that greatly revamped the RE4 game, and stuff, and now we have. What does Delta look like with they've revised, gameplay?
See, and the only thing I could see from this quote unquote remake for Delta is I want them to put everything in the game. I want everything that was in the original PS2, as well as all the extra stuff that was in Subsistence. Make this the freaking default definitive version of Metal Gear Solid 3. Don't just remake it and be like, oh, we're gonna do what Resident Evil 4 remake did and all the other, all these other remakes did. If you're using the original audio, that's one thing. You're not having any new voice dialogue or nothing. You're using the original audio from damn near 20 years ago. You're using the audio from 20 years ago, but cleaned up. And I guess remastered or whatever, uncompressed. Cool, do that. That means put everything in this game. Don't cut out a single thing. I don't want nothing cut out of this. I want everything in it.
I agree. Yeah. I definitely agree.
So, what do we have next on the docket?
Well, all right. I don't know who I picked last, so I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna do it the old-fashioned Negro way. Heads, we go to this anime. Tails, we go to what I wanted us to go to in the first place. Loop. Tails, we're going to what I wanted to go to in the first place. I am so sorry. Ninja Turtles 3.
Name rings a bell.
Nothing else. I'm sorry, what, Chris?
Name rings a bell.
What were you expecting, the Addams Family?
Chill. Get on to it, bro.
Hey, it's Wayne Newton.
Chris.
What's that, nigga?
It's hammer time.
I am so sorry. We're going to have to trudge through this sorry ass movie.
There's 5 solid jokes in this whole movie, and we just did all of them.
We literally summed up that whole movie. With
Oh no, we didn't miss it. Swing!
Absolutely.
Right? Yes! Yes, it was. Yes, it definitely was. We are 3 Black Geeks. We'll see y'all next week. Thank all of y'all for staying on the stream with us this late if you're on the East Coast. Outside that, please visit us on 3blackgeeks.com. Please visit our No, we don't got TikTok no more.
We do.
We do?
Yeah, we do. You just never posted anything on it.
No, D won't. Visit our Facebook, visit our Instagram.
I guess I have to pick up the slack.
Do it! I've been asking you to! Anyway, but we'll see y'all next week. Peace out.
Peace.
You better wait to fall. They'll tell you where to go, but they won't.